Hey, everybody, hey, everybody. Okay, first up, I've been gone for a bit just because personal matters. I need to post this. Kind of forgot. This is my thing, right? I kind of forget when I'm going live because it's hard for me to keep a schedule, right? Like I think it's hard for everybody to keep a schedule. It's definitely hard for me to keep a schedule. Give me a second, y'all, and then we're gonna go watch some financial audit videos. Yay. Dude, what is with this stupid thing? My OBS not working. I always get, like, I feel like it gets stuck sometimes. Like, it's not as smooth. I don't know what that really is right now. Let me see if I can close some stuff. Oh, it will help? Not sure. I don't know. We'll see. What is this? Ew. Even in my, even in this lags a little bit. And what I mean a little bit, I mean like I'm leaning over to the right, and then it doesn't, and I lead to the other side, and it doesn't automatically go. Yeah, it stutters and shit. Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's my graphics card or what. Check. It. It just it annoys the living hell out of me right now. It's right now showing that I'm only using about 50% of my RAM. GPU utilization's pretty low. I just don't. Anyways, fuck it. I do not care. I care, but you know how it goes. Okay, let's watch video. All right, guys. Look, here's the thing. I've been kind of away for a bit. Personal matters. Doing training for a new job. Studying and a bunch of other shit. So, what have I been doing? I've been obsessed with the show for a bit. Called Financial Audit by Caleb Hammer. About 2 million, a little over 2 million subscribers. Seems like good content, I think. I don't know. I'm in this weird thing of I think he's okay, right? Like I think he's okay. I think he's all right. And I don't know. It's such a weird thing because I'm like, oh, cool. I was watching his videos. I think like 2 years ago, I started watching his videos, and then I stopped because after a while, I just stopped. I stopped liking the content, and then for whatever reason, one of my friends mentioned it again, and I was like, and it's like when your friend mentions it in a DM or something for whatever reason, TikTok just knows that something was hurt or whatever, and I start seeing ads for his content to come on his show and stuff like that. I haven't yet. Don't know if I will, but I think about my own finances and overall, what I want to do, right? Because I think there's been a couple streamers or people at least on Twitch that have gone on the show. I know it's in Austin, Texas. So I know that place is, I guess, bigger for actors and streamers and all those types of people. So for me, I'm like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, I think the content seems cool. I'm gonna go and let's start the video. I kind of got some ideas for myself on my own finances a little bit. So I think it was a good reason, good attitude to kind of look at it and see how this goes.
It is both of our finances, but I have complete control and he has no idea.
You have complete control.
I feel like it would be worse if he was in that position to take control over it.
You? Why are you immediately deflecting that onto him?
I just don't trust him to make
What
sure
the
the bills are
fuck?
paid.
But why are you? Why?
I think I just enjoy being in control.
That's weird as shit.
All right, guys, we just got emails coming in, and they are threatening legal trouble. We might get in trouble for this one, but f it.
Okay.
Download my budgeting.
I gotta be honest. I hate when I get it. It's supposed to be the hook and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get in trouble or get sued. I don't get, like, does anyone actually give a fuck? Like I don't know if I'm not that parasocial to care, so it's a little weird. Also, let's get this fucking hat. I don't care, dude. Oh, budget friendly cookbook. You know what also is budget friendly that I've been eating for fucking months? Which is mostly rice, fish, beans, and chicken, and some vegetables and stuff. That's all pretty cheap. You can get groceries for, if you're a single person, you can get groceries for yourself for like $25, $30 maybe. Now, will it be the same meal like every fucking day? Probably. That's what I do. I mean, I make a whole thing of rice and it lasts me for, about 3 days. And, it's myself. So I'm eating, I don't know, 2 to 3 days of rice. A little rice for every meal. But vegetables last me about, 2 or 3 servings. What else? Some chicken or fish. Yeah, it's all, some chicken thigh or whatever. What's it called? Back leg quarters. And get me some of that nice old fish. And it's good. It's not bad. It's just, you have to be willing to make cuts to what you want to eat. I don't really go out to eat too much anymore, unless I'm socially with friends or something, and that's maybe once a week. At that, maybe.
Comment below.
Hello, my name's Stassi. I'm 25. I'm from Princeton,
Stassi.
Indiana, and this is Financial Audit.
Darcy.
Thanks for coming down. What do you do up there for a living?
So I like to call myself like a certified hustler. So my main
no,
job
ma'am.
is
No.
I'm a medical assistant at an urgent care.
That's hustle. Okay, usually I would think I'm doing a bunch of random tasks, entrepreneurial. Okay,
Yes.
but that's just a normal job.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
But I do it if there's any way to make $1, I'm gonna do it. So I do a lot of things on the side.
Okay, well, let's talk about the first job first. What do you
I already hate her.
So I make $28.
Okay, how many hours a
Okay,
week?
that's
Not
pretty
bad.
good.
36 if I don't pick up any.
Okay, so I don't know why the you're on this show, I'll be honest, except people that are high income earners.
Is $28 an hour high income? Because that's, that's. I don't know. I guess this depends where I've been living a little bit. $28 seems okay. I think it's okay. I don't know, because I feel like I'm very somewhat, I don't say disconnected, but my trajectory of income has went from literally less than minimum wage, $6 an hour, to I think it was $7.50, and I think it got up to $8 when I was college, maybe high school or college, and then I think a little bit while I was in college to 15, then COVID, or around the same time as around the same time as COVID, and then it was about 12. Don't forget to come to my Ko-Fi page and subscribe. And what else? 15. 12 to 15, and then it jumped up to then it jumped up to 20 an hour, and then 22, and then right after that, I want to say it was close to 50, a little bit over 50K a year. So I don't know what is that 20, 22 an hour, maybe. I think maybe a little more, maybe 23. But I was working 60 hours, sometimes 80 hours a week. And then it was a lot. It was a lot. And then no job, and then job for 20 an hour again. Yeah, I just don't think it was enough. And then again, back to a little bit higher. I think I want to say 62,000. And then lower. Again, back down to 50. Well, no, it was 54, 55, but all the benefits, it added up to almost added up to almost 60 because I was getting like I didn't have to pay, like it was fully paid medical and stuff. So it was almost 60, including those benefits. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then now close to 60. I think. Or no, a little less. Anyways, actually wait, currently don't have a job. Technically.
Which, I mean, again, it's not like super crazy high or anything like that, but it's like doing well. You would think that you wouldn't be on the show with all this paperwork, but here we are. So what hits your account from that job on a monthly basis?
I'd say I bring home about $1,400 a paycheck at minimum.
Is it bi-weekly?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, how do you have this much? Okay, like 14. Okay, look, I can make do with like 3K a month. Honestly, yeah, 3K a month after taxes, you can make do. A little bit less than that, you could be okay. I don't know about saving money. Like, I don't know about saving. You would have to like not eat out and like, yeah, be very frugal. But yeah, anything less than like I want to say 45,000. You're gonna oh shit, you're gonna be struggling. It's gonna be rough, but it's doable.
Okay. Cool. So we're walking away with about 2,800. Again, not crazy by any means. 33,600 a year. It's a lot coming out before the pay hits.
There's just a lot of bills. The cars, it's really.
That's not before pay hits.
Oh. Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Because on paper, I feel like...
What's your, like, monthly health insurance cost?
That's, like, $120 every paycheck. So times that by 2.
Every paycheck? 120 every paycheck?
Okay. Well...
I've had medical insurance. It's by month. So either you get paid monthly and it's hanging out that one paycheck, or you paid bi-weekly and you see it taken out. So if it's like 120, then it's like $60, like 58 something, and then the next paycheck is like, $60 and some change. I just, yeah, okay.
Well, all right.
So currently I'm drinking green tea with citrus, water, and another water bottle. So I'm good. If I need to take a piss break, I will.
And these other hustles?
So I DoorDash. I do Walmart Spark.
Walmart Spark.
Hours a week for those?
It just varies. I mean, it's whenever I have free time. Why not
just pick up more of the $28 an hour job?
I try, but sometimes there's unavailable shifts. So it's just when there is, I try to take them.
Can you move to a different hospital?
I could, but during the week I try to like pick up my daughter from school and everything. So I only am doing it the hours that she's gone during the week.
Flexibility of the other jobs helps. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what are you bringing in with those?
Some months I'm bringing in like 7,000-8,000 a month, and then other months it's like just.
Yeah, what's normal though?
Normal, I would say it's about maybe 5,000
net.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said anything aside for taxes?
That's what net means, is after taxes, right? Am I wrong? Like net means profit, right? Like profit after taxes.
Oh, welcome to Financial Audit, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, are you taking in account the gas that goes?
I swear, I feel like this channel, partially because so many people do not pay taxes. I feel like when you come up on here, there is like the IRS fucking looking at you. They're like, oh, it's like this bitch didn't pay taxes. Okay, put the name down. Like, oh, this motherfucker didn't pay taxes. Let me put that down too. Like, bro.
Goes into all.
Also, if you're a streamer and you are full time at this, and I get there's a lot of tax write-offs because I've done that before too. But yeah, like a business expense is like, very out there for some of the stuff that especially VTubers do. Like, dude, how many people are you going to know that, you know, is going to commission like NSFW art for yourself? Well, you know, yourself or like, you know, your fans. Yeah.
All that, are you taking into account maintenance, new tires, all that bull that comes?
Yeah, so I got a brand new car, so it like doesn't have anything wrong with it right now, so it's good.
Great to put all that miles of a brand new car on the DoorDash and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So 5,000, but before expenses, and you're not setting aside money for taxes.
Well, the last 2 years of taxes, I kind of just wrote all the like cost off, and it kind of like evened out.
What the are you writing off?
Like mileage, you can write off the mileage and like the maintenance with your vehicles, and
yeah,
like.
But adding up to all that, are you sure you're not over? Okay.
It's been working out so far.
Yeah, so far. Until it doesn't.
True.
Not that you would be high on the level of the auditing list, but sure.
Again, I think the IRS just look at this fucking channel, just scoping out its next victim or something.
Is there any other income sources?
The next hit list going on.
Yeah, so last month I tried Only for a little bit, and I made 3,000.
Why?
Oh,
but
all I did was just talk to lonely men.
Isn't that what most of OnlyFans is? Just talking to lonely men, or like yeah. I mean, dude, it's just talking to gooners, right? I don't know, guys. Like, I don't have an OnlyFans account. I know people that do OnlyFans. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Have fun with y'all. Like, I don't really get in that side of stuff.
I didn't even like show anything, so it was pretty easy actually. Right? So that was fun. And then I also enter sweepstakes every day. I follow.
That was fun. I don't know, dude. Someone has to have her OnlyFans account. That, like, you know, that seems. I don't know. I don't know, because I've met people that don't have the. I was like, I met people that don't have the OnlyFans. They don't have their face or like profile in their OnlyFans profile page or something. Like, it's like a faceless OnlyFans, right? Which is cool. It's cool. You could do that, but also like, yeah, I don't know. Someone has to have seen if she doesn't, and she has her face out there. The tattoos and stuff, I feel like it's like noticeable and what they call it, recognizable enough where people are gonna piece it together.
Blog, I enter it every single day, and then just wait and see if I win.
Also, why I am a VTuber, and why I if I ever did OnlyFans or whatever, had some type of tape or whatever, I feel like I would be very recognizable. Very recognizable for certain things and characteristics of myself.
Anything.
And how often do you, and how much?
So I've won a $400 gift card. I've won, just the other day, I won a $150 gift card.
Yeah, but what is this on a monthly basis? Like daily?
$100
it's like, I don't care.
Monthly, I guess like I wouldn't put it into account of my income.
Okay, then
yeah.
I don't care. The OF, though, why do we pick that up? I mean...
Needed money.
I mean, I know you have a kid.
She's working 36 hours. She's working 36 hours, and she's working Uber or whatever, or, you know, Walmart Spark or whatever. How do you not have enough money to not do OnlyFans? How do you have time to do all that shit? Unless she's, yeah.
You have a kid. How old's your kid?
5.
That kid's gonna be going to school soon. Not that the other kids would know about the OF at that point, but
no one gives a fuck.
They will at some point, especially as the internet becomes more and more internet and people know everything about everyone. You want that to be a part of your kid's life? That mommy does OF?
I don't think anyone gives a fuck. I hate to be that guy, right? I really just don't think, like, kids will be cruel no matter what. I do not think that would be a thing that kids will latch onto. Yeah. Coming from experience.
It's such easy money. I mean,
it is, but for a reason.
I feel like my morals are still intact because I'm not, like putting myself completely out there.
I'm not talking about morals. Morals are subjective. I'm talking about how your kids' friends and peers will know.
I just feel like by the time she's old enough, like I'll be done with that maybe. And
you'll be done with it. They're not done with the internet.
Yeah.
It's easier than ever today to find anything and everything about.
See, that's the funny thing is, right? I think there's two sides of this coin when it comes to the internet. I think, yeah, everything is forever on the internet, right? Sure, quote unquote. But then again, the other thing is there's been so much dead media, or like things have disappeared, like links to old posts and forum stuff, and you'll see this where it just doesn't link back to anything anymore. And I mean, look at what happened with Google recently. I guess not recently, but in the last like couple of years, they've been deleting map data from the timeline thing. They've deleted certain photos, Google Drive, email accounts, stuff like that. Like back at that haven't been used or inactive. What happens? It could totally happen where OnlyFans for whatever reason shuts down or it goes bankrupt or something, and all that content is gone, or it's for the most part could be gone forever. After 15-20 years, it could definitely be gone, especially if she's not that well known. Like, no one's gonna someone has to make a back of that and then share it out to the people. That's the only way for it to keep going.
About everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it's gonna be in 10 years?
I feel like it'll be old news in 10 years.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Optimistic. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of agree with
You
that.
have a husband?
Fiance.
Oh.
Okay. Father of the child?
No.
Are you in full custody?
So she's only. So I know a couple student OnlyFans together. So
We split it like 60-40.
Who's 60?
Me.
Do you get child support?
No.
Why?
I took a month
also, I'm doing this till I get my new desk, and hopefully my new desk comes today.
off as long as he agreed to get her 3 days a week and to pay her preschool.
Oh, okay. And that is an expensive cost. Okay, fiance. How long have you guys been together?
3.5 years.
Okay. Marriage coming?
Eventually. I think it's better we get our finances in check.
Well, that'd be good. Whose finances I'm looking at? Is it both of you or just you?
So it is both of our finances, but I have complete control and he has no idea. He has no idea.
You have complete control.
Yeah.
Like a Gestapo level. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? What is this dynamic?
I just know if I control everything, it's going to get done and the bills are going to get paid.
Get done? Then why do I have a stack of 1 million pieces of paper in front of me? What do you mean get done? I feel like get done would be not having debt. 3.5 years into this relationship that you have full control over? Are you sure you have
full control over? See, that's just a weird thing, and this is okay. When it comes to dating and stuff, this breaks everybody. I am totally I'm honestly, I'm traditional. I'm not really traditional, right? I'm totally fine with not being the breadwinner and my partner having more money than me or like around the same. Because I'm very ambitious when it comes to things and to save and to do much stuff. I do have debt. It's also why I'm watching the show. I have debt. I know where I need to probably make some changes. My problem is if I don't have consistent, because my thing was I need consistent income. I've had good jobs where I'm making a lot of money, but it has not been consistent. So it'd be like, I get a gig or something for a few months, I'm making good money, and then it's gone, and then I have to go on survival mode and just maintain whatever I'm in my savings and stuff and survive on that. I think once I get more consistent schedule and more consistent hours and stuff, then I could do stuff. But also in the same flip of the head dime, whatever. I think that my partner, if I want someone ambitious, but I don't want them to control my money. This is where I don't know if I would be the best for some relationships sometimes. Because I'm in the mindset of it's my money, I earned it, and I think there's only a few people where I'm I see a future with. That makes sense. So it's that weird thing.
Working, I see nearly 100,000 hours in debt.
Ooh.
On the line item, I don't know what the debt is yet, but I see nearly $100,000 in debt. And it's all bad debt. It's all bad debt. There's like a couple. There's like $3,000 for student loans. The rest is all. So you being in complete control, I don't think it's working.
I just don't trust them to make sure the bills are paid, and
Yeah, but we have $100,000 in debt, and you're controlling the finances. So
you're not paying the bills.
You're obviously failing.
You're not paying the bills.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be worse if he was in that position to take control over it.
How do you know?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I'm just too scared to find out.
Scared? Why? Why?
Is there ever been kind of tests? What is making you assume this?
Yeah.
I'm just really afraid he's going to make really, really bad financial decisions, and
what do you mean?
Really going to screw us over. So I don't know. He just lets me. I don't know.
I know you.
He lets you. What do you mean he lets you? That's a very good question of why he lets you.
Honestly, I don't know. I think I just enjoy being in control. Maybe.
That sounds weird. Okay, so it sounds like she wants like a pig more than anything else. All power to you, right? What the fuck?
Being in control.
Yeah.
And does he recognize this control? What does he think?
That's just so
there's like a few things he doesn't exactly let me be in control with completely.
Okay. Blank.
So with the whole OF, I didn't tell him about it at first.
Oh,
because I was just trying it out.
Wait. That's a red flag for me. I don't mind dating women with OnlyFans. That's still fine. Hey, all power to you. You get that bag. But if you don't tell your partner, especially your fiance, that you have OnlyFans, that's weird shit. That is to me is like cheating. If you don't tell, and if they're not on the same page to you, that is pretty. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
When it started bringing in a ton of money, I told him about it.
Why didn't you tell him out of the gate that you're starting OF, where dudes would be in your DMs and they might see your boobies? I know they didn't, but...
Yeah, I just knew I wasn't doing anything really that bad.
Yeah, except for talking to other guys sexually.
Once he found out,
Late.
Yeah, he started being he was okay with it for maybe like a week or two, but then I gave him access to the account and he didn't like what he saw.
Oh, yeah, other dudes. Were they sending dongies?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not really like looking at them.
You saw other men's penises that were sent directly to you.
Well, some of the men enjoyed small penis humiliation, and they
fuck?
would pay me to.
Okay. Look. That's weird. What she's doing is weird in the sense of not telling your fiance, soon to be husband, potentially, right? That you're, yeah.
To humiliate them, so like it was kind of just part of it,
Yeah, it was part of something he didn't know was happening. Was you talking about other dudes' dicks to them, even their small dicks?
Yeah. So when he became uncomfortable, he told me
I
basically had to choose between him or the OF, and I chose him, obviously.
No.
Reasonably.
Wow,
now,
crazy.
3,000 off, right?
Yeah, but I mean, for right now.
Like it. Right now, what do you do? Are you going to convince the guy to join you? Because that's usually how it goes. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, I'm gonna try to convince him.
How?
I'm still working on that. But
why? The money, but obviously he doesn't like you seeing other dudes' literal penises.
I mean, I barely even like glance at it. I mean,
but you saw it, and so that you could criticize it, and you'd still be talking. You'd still be talking to them.
Yeah.
But I'm like hating on it. I feel like
I feel like I'm hating on it. Oh my gosh, I'm hating on it, dude. That's still a weird thing. Like, it's one thing if your like fiance or boyfriend like knew you were doing that. And was still okay with that. They're like, hey, honey, thank you. You do it for me. Then we can go use their money and go to I don't know, go to Italy or something. Like, travel and stuff. Go on vacations. Go to let's go to the Philippines for vacation or something. Blah blah. That's one way to do it. But what is this shit? That's cheating. To me, that's cheating. That's yeah.
He sees that I'm hating on someone else's, dick. Like,
if he's into that,
what if he's
into that, Sure.
He's looking at other women's vaginas and tits. And
Don't
he's
like
like,
that part, but
No, I don't like that part where he's doing it.
do you not see how that's the same?
But I mean, if he's telling them how disgusting and awful they are, like,
Yeah, after staring at them and seeing them and analyzing so he can make a fucking pungent roast. Yeah, I don't think you're going to win this one. I don't think he's ever going to want you to.
It was just such easy money.
You're a mother. You're a mother.
And? I mean, moms do this kind of stuff all the time now. I mean, it's
Should they?
I mean, women can do whatever they want with their bodies, in my opinion. I think it's,
Yeah,
fine.
It doesn't mean it's going to have good outcomes, though.
I mean, we're getting money. It seems good to me.
For prostitution online.
I want to
I don't think it's prostitution online. That's weird.
say it's
Come on,
prostitution.
people are sending you their dongs to get off for you, and then they're paying you to talk about it to them.
And here's the thing: I don't even think prostitution is a bad thing.
I suppose, but
What is the difference versus a guy paying you in person to roast his penis, and where he gets off in that? You're doing it online.
it just seems safer.
It's safer.
Yeah.
It's safer.
I
Usually,
don't think I'd actually do it like in person with anybody. I'd feel probably unsafe about
Listen,
that.
I think anyone can do what they want, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to at least give my perspective or opinion that it's probably not a good thing. And one, obviously for your marriage, and again, for your kid. We already talked about this. You're choosing the money over the fact that they're probably going to have to deal with at some point that someone has found their mom's OF. And guess what? You start making money, and all of a sudden that money goes down. You're going to be like, oh, that money goes down. It pushes you a little more to that.
yeah, that's kind of true. This is the thing, right? It's like you want to be more outlandish, more out blah blah blah, because you want to get the more money. And you see content creators do it. They can fall into this thing all the time.
Edge of showing a boob. Have you showed a single boob to anyone on there?
Not thus far.
Okay.
Not thus
Only
far.
Only 1 month. Imagine that goes from 3,000 to 1,500. You're like, why? What do I have to do to
Not
boost
this
it back up?
far.
It's addicting.
I've kind of becoming obsessed with it, to be honest.
What?
Obsessed with it?
Like constantly checking to see if there are new messages.
Right now?
I mean, not like right now in this moment, but like,
I thought he said stop.
And I did, but sometimes like stuff I've sent, they still pay for it like at a later time.
That
So
doesn't matter though. He said stop.
So
That's
the
where you
money's,
just ghost.
still coming in a little bit.
That's where you just pull it up. Let me see. I want to see these messages. Well, the producers actually want me to see these messages for what it's worth.
Well, my fiance kind of made me like delete all traces of
good.
it. So he checks it. And so obviously
He checks it. He has a login.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was a way to build trust, you know?
Okay.
Be like, you can just see everything I'm messaging.
I kind of get this. I get it. I get
I'm
it.
not able to log in right now.
I could log in, but there's not going to be any like recent messages. No.
I thought you just said messages were coming in.
No, like sometimes money's still coming in because do you know how OF works?
Not really on the back end as much, for the messaging at least. I get that you can sell videos, you can sell subscription.
Yeah, so there's like locked messages, and like I would send like a.
Okay, so I have seen like screenshots of this. Yeah, okay, I get it. Do those go away if she deletes the account? Or I don't think she deleted the account, right? Because then she wouldn't get money. I don't know.
Bunch to everybody that was subscribed.
Unfair.
And like we do a bunch of those a day, and sometimes people don't open them for like 5 or 6 days, or like a week or 2 weeks. So the money comes in later than the day I sent the locked message.
People,
You recently had redacted, and her video has not been posted yet. She is a known pathological liar, and if she mentions anyone, redacted names, or anything about them, legal action will have to be taken. She is known to lie, make up stories, as well as not tell the full truth about situations.
okay, so she's just a liar. So she could just have been doing OnlyFans the whole fucking time, or whatever. Like, and did she even have a fiance?
If you have any more questions,
Or did she?
email me. What is going on? So your control over the finances, but then you say controls over the OF, but I think it's actually a pretty reasonable boundary he's setting. Why doesn't he care about the money part? What are we talking about?
So I kind of think
Weird.
he's like hiding some money from me.
What? That doesn't make sense. You said
because
that doesn't make sense. You said you control all the money.
I do, but
How would he be hiding the
I
money?
actually don't know the reasoning for this one. He gets his paycheck sent to his Cash App account, and then he Cash Apps me his paycheck every time he gets
Why?
paid. Right?
No.
I
Don't say that. Why you are the one that
Right? He's hiding money from me, even though we're not married, and I take advantage of his money. He's my good pay pig. Like, dude, I understand. Okay, look. Do I have my money? Oh no, I don't. I don't get why people use Cash App and stuff for like banking. I think Cash App does this, right? Or Venmo, one of them. I always get them confused. Cause they're like banks now, right? Like they're basically banks. I haven't just deposited to my bank or my credit union. Do people not do that? I just don't understand. Maybe I'm partially not part of the generation that just has everything in their mobile apps or whatever. Like I still go, sometimes I'm old school, right? I will still go to the bank sometimes, go in person, to get things done, because I think also because I'm like an awkward person, right? So sometimes I just need that, like, you know, I want things clarified for me and detailed. And it's such an easier thing for me to ask somebody face to face than trying to do like through the intercom or through a phone app. Especially when all the, I feel like all the chatting, like on customer service stuff, is just going to AI and everything. And I'm kind of hating that in so many ways. Because I'm just like, hey, bro, I just need, you know, to help depositing this thing. I have got this check. I don't know how to write this. Dude, like I have not, like honestly, I've written maybe a total of 6 checks in my life, and I want to say 4 of those were for businesses that I've been a part of, like or companies I've been a part of. Yeah, I've been working for, like, overall, like over 10 years, right? Yeah, no, been less than that. It's been a while. But yeah, like the only checks that I got usually were from work, right? I think the first time I had to do a check was when I bought one of my cars. Oh wait, yes, I think I wrote a check for when I bought one of my cars, and then I didn't have my checkbook when I went to buy my other car. I think that's when I used Cash App or whatever. Because for whatever reason they would use Cash App or Venmo, but not my debit card. I just didn't understand that. Or I think they used PayPal, but not my debit card to buy a car. It was kind of sketchy. Yeah, but the car lasted like at least a year, I think, a little over a year. Which I was driving it way too hard, so yeah, that makes sense. What else? Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know. I don't know about this generation.
I was able to have the conversation. You're the one that oversees the money.
Some T now.
We did have a conversation because he just.
Okay, so then not right. Let's hear the answer.
Well, where we're at now is I found out he was holding back money for himself.
Okay.
Which really.
Is it because you're domineering over the money, though?
Probably, but I mean, I'm not sure. I mean,
Why? Why do you not know his perspective?
There's no communication or what?
I guess
Or does she not like the
Let him
answer?
have an opinion?
Not on the finances, I don't.
Well, there you go.
Why?
I'm just like always running numbers in my head. I feel like he just doesn't have the same like
Okay, so what happened?
brainwaves.
Sorry, I interrupted.
So wait. She's running numbers, but you're in debt. I don't get this. I do not understand this part, right? But I watched a couple of the episodes, and I just don't get this. How do you run numbers in your head, and then you're just like, fuck this dude? Like, I like, if you want to be a mistake, that sounds fucked up. If you want to run your life like a shit show, but you're bringing someone else down with you. So why not include that person into it? Like, it's one thing to take all the money, because I've seen this happen before, right? Where a couple will get together and one person has more debt than the other, and then what would usually happen would someone would help out and pay all the debt of one person, right? And then once their debt is paid off, then they go and pay the other partner's debt, right? That's what it's working to, instead of having one income to pay off something, it's two incomes to pay off one person's debt, and then that's usually faster, and then it takes time to then they could work on the other person, and usually by the time that happens, it's just a lot more income going into the place, and it's usually the payments are down as long as nobody's missing payments. That's one way to do it. I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
So basically, I confronted him about it. I'm like, why are you bringing in such little money? Like, his paychecks do get garnished, and child support.
They get garnished for what?
Support comes out.
Oh.
Garnished for what?
Medical bills.
What?
And then child support on top of that.
Child support.
So he has a kid too.
Yes.
How many?
Just one.
Okay.
Dude.
Ever at home with you guys?
Yeah, part-time. Not as much as my daughter, but a few days a week. Yeah.
So it's a broken household. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. But he was basically putting money aside for hunting and fishing stuff and stuff that he wants, but it frustrated me so much because we are barely making ends meet, and I'm working all these extra hours, doing all these jobs, and you have the audacity to put aside some money for yourself, own selfish, and that really broke my heart. But
you did OnlyFans by yourself,
but he still gets it deposited into his Cash App as of now.
What's wrong with doing Cash App though?
I'm not on his side. I'm not on your side. I don't know. I'm on.
Okay. The only thing I see wrong with Cash App is because I wouldn't do that. It just feels weird to me. I mean, if it's a bank, it's fine. But like a real bank, that's fine. But I would just do I have several different accounts. I have a SoFi Betterment, my actual bank and credit union, and PayPal, and some other things that I have. And then I'm also looking into getting LLC for this. I'm getting for streaming. So whatever money I get from streaming, it goes to the LLC, and then I take out a percentage. This just seems weird.
Honestly, torn. I get it. We need to. Okay, one, you guys are not married. Your fiance, so whether or not we're 100% combined, I'm a little less inclined to be so. So, point him in that regard. Okay. Mm-hmm. Number two, yes, we should together team up and bang out all this debt so that we can enter marriage in a successful way.
Yeah.
One of the leading causes for divorce in this country, financial issues. Ding, point you, 1 versus 1. So you're really passionate about that point, and you're talking about it, but then you come in overbearing, you're controlling about it. He knows nothing about what happens with the money, you just completely control it, so he wants a little independence, especially since he's not married. Reasonable. Ding him. Even though I also think it should be going towards that, ding you. Okay, so it's I see both perspectives here. Do you see why he would probably want a spending account of his own? Especially when you guys are not married, when you're domineering, you don't even let him speak or talk when it comes to money? Yeah, I can see why he might want a little extra.
I would be willing to give him an allowance if he just
Can I? Okay, I've seen this a lot of times. What is with this whole thing allowance? I'm gonna give this person an allowance. It's like an allowance. I make money. I'm gonna get, dude. I hate that word allowance. I feel like it's very infantilizing, whatever. Infantilizing, right? Infantilizing. My partner, I did this again. Make your own fucking money. And, you know, whatever else, put the money into one account, have all the bills come out of one account. And, you know, whatever budget and stuff, whatever, everything else. Or you could even do, I know a lot of companies I work for, you have different percentages go into different accounts. Or, yeah, so like I would have like, sometimes I would have, you know, some of it go to my savings, some of it go to my checking, some of it go to like 2 or 3 different direct deposits. And that was fine because sometimes I would have, let's say I have a credit card for one bank, I would have it deposit money into a savings account. And, you know, usually the savings account had more money than the minimum payments of the card, of the check, of the credit debt. So it would automatically take from that account, right? Deposit, yeah. So and then have one bank and take out different things, and another bank take a different account, take off like my car loan or my credit cards, or you know my utilities or rent or whatever. And yeah. Or you know you have a partner, long-term partner. You're together. You have together. You have a account together, like one account. You have your own personal accounts. So you have like you know set. Let's say rent is $2,000 a month or something, and you both you know have part of your paycheck go $1,000 or something. Usually you do a percentage or a dollar amount. You have a dollar amount go $1,000 into the rent. And then boom, and then you don't really have to worry about it. It's automatic.
Talk to me about it. I mean, but he never did. He just
Really?
hit it.
Also, I love automatic auto pay for stuff. Usually there's a discount. I love auto pay. Love auto pay. Usually I have no problems with it. Usually. There's a couple companies I have problems with, but yeah, auto pay, separate accounts, separate debit cards for different things. I'm not sponsored, but Privacy, they're all virtual debit cards. Great. I love those, especially for trials and just to keep my balances and stuff separate.
To give him an allowance. Do you hear the words you just said?
Yeah.
Willing and allowance.
Because he just
He's
doesn't
not
know.
a child.
There we
just
go.
Doesn't know what
See, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. The allowance thing is so fucking weird.
bills are coming out. I don't think he cares to know. So
What you said you don't think he cares to know. You don't think he cares to know.
well, because
Why don't you sit down and try to talk about it and see if he cares?
I feel like that's all I
Educate
talk
him
about.
on the situation.
Also, I should be getting a desk soon.
I'm like always talking about all
To
the,
him.
Yeah.
Go on. What were you saying?
I feel like I'm always talking to him about the numbers I'm running. Like when I'm at work, I'm sitting down and writing down like what we would have left over, what would we do if I spend it on this or save this, and then I'm like always sending him like all my spreadsheets, my plans of all these things, what we should do with our money, and he just goes, okay. He doesn't put any input, so I don't know.
Well, if you control the fucking money, what is he supposed to say?
Probably domineering. You're probably just going in and just talking at him, and he knows if he pushes back, you're already set in your ways. You know, you are headed down that highway. You are not getting off the exit when he brings up a point. If he has to pee, you know, you're just going full stop. Why don't you trust him?
He hasn't.
Actually, I have some questions here, okay?
Okay.
I have some questions here. I want to see what you think. We got trust or bust. You're going to hold up if it's a trust, if you trust him, or a bust, okay?
Okay.
So hold up based on what you think. I have 4 questions.
I'm
Let's
liking
see what
this.
you
I'm
think
liking
when it
this.
comes to him.
Sure.
Whether or not there's actually even trust in this relationship. My goodness. We're probably going to call him at some point, I'll be honest. I don't know if he's expecting it or not.
Well, he works night shift, so he's probably gonna be sleeping.
I'll wake him up.
Okay.
Damn.
Look, private student loans can make it feel like you're
Okay.
Hey, remember that center? Feel like comes without that's Wi-Fi America. And he's going to deposit it all. crippling debt till your fiance, not the retirement plan, tax refund, and says he's going to deposit it.
Right.
Your fiance gets a tax refund and says he's going to deposit it all into your joint bank account. Do you trust that, or is it a bust?
Why?
You don't trust that he would deposit it all into your bank account.
No, I knew.
So you think he would just take some money, a little fiance tax?
I did his taxes for him. I always do. And so I made sure it went straight to our bank account. I didn't have to worry about that.
What?
You're fucking.
That's already
You're
taken
acting
care
like
of.
mother.
I'm just motherly. Like I'm.
No.
You know, that's who
That's
I
such a
am.
weird thing to say.
Trust or bust. Your fiance says he's getting a promotion at work and the new pay bump isn't going to start for a few months. Do you trust that the pay bump is really a few months away? Trust or bust?
I'll trust him on that one.
So why would you trust him on that fact?
Because I can see his pay stubs.
Wait, what?
That's not trust. That's you have evidence.
Oh.
That's not trust. I don't think you know the word trust. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. In my head, it makes sense when I'm saying it, but being
See
in
the
control is
pay
so much
stubs.
easier. I don't have to like wonder. Like
Wonder what?
Like
Yeah, easier until you guys never get married and he's never able to actually have any kind of independence, so he leaves to get that independence.
Yep.
Probably after you guys have a kid together, based on the history. Number 3, trust or bust. Your fiance buys his dream coffee maker. You don't see it on the statement for your joint account. He says he paid cash and it was only $200, and you know it retails for $1,200. Do you trust that he got it for $200? Okay, why?
not at all, because this man doesn't use cash anyways. Like,
Okay, well,
so that would
let's
already
see
be a
he
red
uses
flag.
Cash App then.
Gotcha. He's in the past has lied about how much things have cost occasionally, and so that's why
Like
I
what?
like
Give me some
Yeah.
examples, and why
Just-
do you think?
behind.
Okay, wait. Have we all not done this? Have we all not been in relationships before? And just a little bit, let's say, like, just a little bit of lie about, how much things cost. I've done that when I'm living at home. I've done that when, with a partner. I've been like, hey, this is a nice dinner. This is a nice blah, blah. I'm like, oh, great. It's like only $100. Really, you're like fucking, a week late on a couple bills, and it's like $200 fucking dollars. You're like, oh, please don't order anything else. Please don't order anything else. Please. But like, I've done that for computer parts and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was only $600. Really, in real life, it's like $1,000. It's. I think also because in my mind, it is almost a brag to be like, oh, I saved so much money. Boom. That's how much I paid for it.
Behind my back, he'll go out to eat and stuff, and it really frustrates me. And he'll like put it on his Cash App card where you can like take like a loan out.
Why do you feel
Oh.
like it's behind your back? Why do you feel like
That's a
feels
big
like
problem.
He has to go behind your back.
Because he doesn't know how much is like going to be left at the end of the
No,
week.
why
so,
do you
and
feel
he's
like
just swiping
he
the
has to
card.
go behind your back?
Doesn't know.
From his perspective.
Because
Say
he'll
it.
know I'll get mad if like he tells me he does it. Like I do know that, but there's a reason
Then
I
you
get
guys
mad.
aren't on the same page.
Yeah.
If you guys are not on the same page, you guys can't go along this together.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. You want to do this, and you want to live this lifestyle.
Like, okay, here's my perspective, because I'm currently in the same boat, right? I don't go out to eat too often, and even when I have money, even like right now, I'm okay with money. I'm not going out to eat that often anymore. And I think I've changed lifestyle a little bit, because before I was staying with family, and I didn't want to cook that often, and it was a little bit chaotic. So when I'm living alone and living, on my own with a partner or whatever, my own place, I feel comfortable, I cook more. And that does save me money overall. Like, it saves me money. Instead of me having to go eat, like, a fucking fast food every, like, couple of, day or, I go out and get food every day or so. I'm like, no. I'm good. The only I do fall for peer pressure a lot, right? So if I have coworkers that are ordering food, this happened to me a lot in my last job, where they order food like every now and then, and I just wanted to, like, for me, I would rather go to the grocery store real quick, pick up some microwavable food or something, and eat that. That was fine for me. I didn't care. Or I ate a lot of snacks, so they would provide snacks. Like, I was like a rat, dude. I was heavily in this, where I had coworkers that would buy food, and I would, obviously, I would buy food with them because it's to me, that's peer pressure. I should have probably. I think it's because I was at the time with my family, where I was with family. I just didn't want to cook, and I didn't have the energy to cook. Also, the drive was, 2 hours or whatever. Where that's where I would do it, and I think when I didn't want to cook, I just don't want to be at home, so I would do everything I can to not be at home. Yeah, and so anyway, I spend more time out of home, and usually when I spend time out of home, you can't cook. But here's the funny thing is, when I would stay even at my friend's place, I would start to just buy frozen food and cook the frozen food or whatever at my friend's house or their apartment or wherever. And I was like, because I feel bad because I want to mooch off my friends, right? And I would also want to make food because I don't mind cooking. I actually like cooking a lot. And where did I go with this? Oh yeah. I don't know now, right? I don't know if now I can be with somebody that orders out a lot, because I know I have my own financial goals, right? I have my own financial goals, paying off. Currently, I'm trying to pay off student loans, car, and any credit card debts or whatever else debt that I have. And that takes some resilience, and that takes a lot of sacrifice. And to me, it's not even sacrifice in that sense, right? Because I still go to the movies, I still, have fun, still hang out with friends. I don't have that sacrifice that some people think, that people might have. I still buy protein powder, I still buy creatine, I still buy some stuff. I'm buying new furniture and stuff. There's certain sacrifices that I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't. It's whatever. It's not in my my virtue to do that.
How to achieve this, and he wants to do this to achieve this. His is a little more fun. Yours is a little more.
Yeah, I mean, if it's okay to eat out. It's okay. Like, it's okay to do stuff on your own as long as you're paying off your bills and you're fine.
Goal oriented.
And you're not, like, if you're in debt, okay, that sucks. Some of these credit cards are like 29% interest rate. At least some of mine are. And it's like, oh, cool. Okay, I'm making a monthly payment. How much is that monthly payment? Because some of mine are like 12 or 20 years if I just pay them monthly. 10 or 20 years. Let's say you have $1,000 credit limit, you max it out, and you're paying the monthly minimum, which is, I don't know, whatever, $50 or something. 30% on whatever else. That's because it basically compounds. So it's 30%. So let's say 30% of 1,000. That's what $300 over that year. And then you only make the minimum amount of payments or whatever. It still should go down as long as you're not making anything else or missing payments. But it's 30% added on top of everything. You're going to be paying way more than that $1,000 over time. If you just save up money, stop eating out, and let's say you're saving $20 or $30 extra a week from not eating out, right? You can pay that off way faster and save a lot more money. That's how I see it, right? It's like, okay, cool. If I pay all this off, that means I could go eat more shit later on, or I can go and spend more money for a better apartment or a better, a house eventually, or a nicer car eventually. Like, I got my eye on a couple cars that are actually cheaper than the car I have right now, but because I have car loan, I can't do that right now. So it's that's how I see it financially, right?
Towards financial. If you guys are not on the same page and you're trying to take control, he's gonna go away. He's going to go away. How are you not afraid of that? I'd be afraid of that. You think just because you're in control, you can control him from leaving? I feel like.
I mean, he acts like he likes it. I don't know.
What do you mean you act like you like it?
By his actions of going behind your back, yeah, that's a great indicator.
He's just like really submissive and is just like okay with whatever I do, and he just says.
Okay, so she wants a FinDom. That's what she wants. She wants a FinDom relationship, financially just dominating everything. I can't do that, dude. That is not me. I'm for me personally, I'm in that type of person that I'm like, hey man, I got it. Even my friends, I'm like, I got it. If we're ordering pizza or something, I'm like, I got it, no problem. A lot of time, like, you know, I'll treat my friends out occasionally. You know, like, you know, Whataburger, whatever, Domino's, Little Caesar, something like that. You know, like the movies, just I'm like, I got it. It's no problem. I know people struggle, right? Like I'm struggling sometimes, and I know people struggle. I know people just want that little, you know, that friendship, the little, like, you know, little helping hand kind of type of thing. And this, I just don't get how she. I can't be that submissive financially. Submissive to at all. It's not great. It's not great.
Okay.
And then he goes behind your back. He's a sub. He's a little bottom boy.
No,
Oh boy.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
I mean,
he's just he thinks my opinion's good, and he
probably
disagrees.
thinks your opinion is good and might agree with your concept, but he's still going behind your back for.
Yeah. I mean, I've been
no reason.
Yeah.
Either because he's just an untrustworthy, bad person that you shouldn't be with, because he'll always go behind your back on everything, or two, he doesn't actually agree with you. He's just agreeing to just get over that part of the conversation.
He told me that he keeps the money on the Cash App because he's afraid that if we do break up, I would just take all the money and
He's
run.
afraid of breaking up. He's afraid of breaking up and you guys are fiancés.
Yes, he has mentioned that.
Well, there we go. So he already...
Okay, that's already like an escape route. He's like, I've got the money. Oh, I've had friends that have literally were still paying for apartments when they were engaged. Okay, yeah, it was something else. When they broke up, the dude drove back to his apartment that was in like a whole another like city hours away. He calls me up. He's like, bro, I'm out. I'm leaving. All your stuff's in your car. I'm taking off. I put everything in my car. I'll talk to you when I make it out of this. And I'm like, okay. It was funny at the moment, kind of sad, but I was like, I got it. I think the big sign for that was he still had an apartment for, I want to say like 6-8 months while they were together. I think it was they were going to get engaged and married within like less than a year, which was insanity to me. Because personally, like I was like, relationships, you know, yeah, it was something.
He has in his mind that breakup is a possibility. He is already headed in that direction, and you're pushing him even further. Trust me, people like at least a little bit of independence. I talk about you know, combined bank accounts, but it is okay to have these separate bank accounts that we allocate spending money towards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we put money into a combined bank account once we're married to decide, okay, what are we allocating for budget wise? And when there is fund money that is able to be allocated, then we can put those into our, you know, bank accounts.
So here's how I'm seeing this, right? I'm seeing this as, let's say someone's making $4,000 a month and somebody else is making $3,000 a month. Put together, you have it in your bank account, and you know you could have it. I guess, you know, if you're already in your mind, you're agreeing to certain, you know, rent and everything. You have it part of your income. You just go straight to that, and it'd be consistent if you're salaried, right? It's usually consistent, or if you're working at least 40 hours a week, it's consistent. And you have it all go to one bank account, and then you have a separate account just for y'all that you could save up, that you could just, like, I have an uncle, right? That, he makes good money, and my wife, my aunts, they were making, okay, like middle class income for the area. And he just was a big spender. He had that whole lifestyle creep, right? The what's it called, lifestyle inflation or whatever, where the more money he made, the more like purchases he would do. And can't really do that when you like have a mortgage on a house, and when you have kids. It's harder to do that. So she would be kind of in charge of finances. So I think that's reasonable, right? Because I mean, they were married for years and stuff. They were together for years before that too. So I think that's reasonable. But yeah, it was just crazy a little bit. It was pretty crazy. And he did this thing where he got enough money sometimes, because they had a joint account, where he would just go out and buy like a canoe, or buy like, new running shoes that were like $200 or something like that. And I guess in my mind, a better way of doing that, because I feel like when you have two incomes and you combine it and you see, $6,000 in your account every month, you're like, oh, I could spend that. You see that amount, you see it, and you just go, hog wild with it, right? What would be a better solution than that? You have your own personal check account, and you keep working, you work. Let's say you put 80% into your joint account for bills and stuff, and then you see 10 or 15% of the paycheck or whatever that you do into your personal account. Because really, what are you really buying that wouldn't be part of your joint account? If you go out to eat or something, you're just gonna be from the joint account, right? But you could just be building up your own credit or savings account or whatever for you to spend money. Like I don't, because let's say you're blah blah 20% of what 4,000. What is that? That's $1,000, roughly 800, I think, 800 to 1,000, somewhere between that. So a little less than 1,000 because it's 25%. So like I guess like about $800. And you see that stacking in your savings account, that's separate, ready for you to do whatever. That's when you could just be like, cool, I'm going to spend this money on myself, and you can do that. I feel like $800 every month or so seems very reasonable. Like it does. I'm sorry, but it does. To go and save up money to buy shit that you actually want, because everything else is paid for. Your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, your savings, retirement, it's all into one thing. I think that's good. And then you having money saved up over time to actually buy what you want, and say you a vacation by yourself, or I mean maybe not by yourself, but like you want to take like a boys trip or something like that. You got money. I know some friends that don't do that, but yeah. That's how I see it.
We're not like item listing like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just went to Starbucks this morning, but it's in the budget, it's been allocated. Okay.
Yeah.
Trust your boss. You see a $200 cash app out to a coworker of his. He says it was reimbursing the coworker for lunch, different lunches.
That's actually happened.
Trust or bust.
So yeah, I would trust.
But do you trust it was actually for those lunches?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you trust that?
Because
versus you've seen him go behind your back for going and getting food and whatnot.
Well, they have a cafeteria at the factory he works at. So if I see that charge on there, I know he got food, and there's nothing else he could possibly get besides food. So
okay,
I feel like there's no way really
interesting
out of that one. So
stick around. We'll try to call him towards the end. We're gonna get into the finances a little bit so I can get more context, and then we'll go there. Oh my.
Only like 30 minutes of episode, by the way. I've already been live for.
The producers have everything. They know you. I don't know you yet. I'm getting to know you. I'm going into this blind with the audience. But they're literally telling me that you told them that you lie about what is left in the account for you guys to be able to spend, because he he doesn't have the login, so you can just lie about what's in there.
Wait. He doesn't have a login? He doesn't have a login? Oh, hell no. If I had money in going to somebody's account, even if they're my partner, I need to know what that is. Why would I share a joint account? Quote unquote joints, right? It sounds like it's just her account. You're just sending money to her account.
Well, yeah.
Tell me, what is your mindset behind this? Because that's you lying, by the way. A great trust-building part of a relationship. Lying, playing Among Us with our money.
I've told him multiple times to call the bank. I can't do it for him. He needs to put on his big boy pants and get his login.
Why are you immediately deflecting that onto him? I get he should put it on his big boy pants to log in, yes. But why are you lying?
Yeah.
About what is in the account? That is what I asked. I didn't ask why he's not able to log in. Why are you lying about what is in the account? Hiding from him what is in the account and available to spend.
I'm just afraid if we are up money and we're in a good place, he's gonna think we can spend it, and I don't want him to think we can spend it.
He might think you can spend it, but then you guys have an adult, big boy parents conversation.
Yeah, like that. That's what I'm saying, right? It's that conversation. Like, okay, look, it's going to be very tempting to see that you have, again, 6,000, whatever, however much money, 3,000, 2,000, however much money. Say together you make 60 to 80,000 a year. You're going to see that money into a big account that you have, claim to. Like, oh, cool, I can spend this money. No. Like, I get it a little bit. But then you also have to be on the same page. Like, you have to be on the same page and be like, no, dear, we have to spend this on, saving for a house. But then again, you don't have it in a checking account. You have that put into savings or like a high yield investment, or, whatever else. Still end up getting.
About, hey, we probably can't actually spend this. What are our goals? What are we trying to do? Let's get aligned on them. Hey, we want to pay off that, so maybe we can get a house. Maybe we can get a better apartment. Maybe we can get, this, that, this. We want a better life for our kids and maybe our future, kid together. We want to do these. In order to do this, we need to put this money here, okay? What do you think about that? That's a question maybe you should ask. What do you think about that? Are you aligned on that? Do you want to do that as well? Is this what we want to do as a couple? Okay, so we can put our money there. Instead of just hiding.
I'm terrified of getting with a partner
going behind each other's back. You're hiding about what's in the account
that doesn't share my goals for like a future.
He's going behind your account, and it's going behind your back, and he probably thinks it's noble reasons too. I want a little independence. I want to be able to live a little bit of life. We're not married yet. We don't have that. We don't need to be combined on everything yet. You both go behind your back, and it's honestly a little disgusting.
We need each
also,
other.
Also, they think it's funny because you said, yeah, these are our finances, but they say it's basically all of yours. Like, almost none of his. So, great. You're making him out to be the villain when
I make all the purchases, so I'm sure it does look like me, but it's for the family. It's for us. I mean, I buy things for everybody, so it's like, of course, yeah, it's me, but, like, his money's being spent, too, so... Yeah.
In ways he doesn't know about because you hide everything from him.
There's always a reason for everything I spend.
And there's a reason for everything he spends too. Whether or not those reasons are good.
Fast food, no.
Yes, there's a reason. Whether or not those reasons are good is what's debatable. So you can say you have a reason, but whether or not it's good or justifiable is debatable. All right, let's jump into these finances because this is a lot of paperwork to get through. Where do you think your finances are on a scale of 0 to 10? 0 being the worst, 10 being the best.
I'd say right now in this moment we're at like a 6 or a 7 maybe.
How? You're on this show. You've been accepted to this show.
Yeah.
No one above a 5 is coming on the show. I'd be bored on my brain. Why the do you? How do you think you're that well? What is going on?
I understand this a little bit. I get it because if you're above a 5, you have basically you're. I think I've seen one episode where somebody was like a 6 or a 7, or maybe a 5. I can't remember exactly, but like the guy like owned property, he was making good money, and he had like some retirements or something like that. So I think like, and that episode was mostly just like it felt like it was glazing a little bit. I get it. People want the the yelling and the drama. I get it.
In your life that is that well. I see nearly 100,000 hours of bad debt.
I just feel like it used to be so much worse, and I've like
Okay.
done a lot of work.
Cool.
And
So maybe you went from a 0 to 1.
$94,000. Dude, I'm trying to think how much debt in total, like with everything I have. And I think it's like, to be fair, the last 4 years, I think, or so, all my debt has been around. That's not true. Yeah, all my debt has been less than a year's salary. Close, or okay, it's been nothing. It's been around a year's salary for me. Pre-taxes and stuff. Oh, in theory, right? But I have to pay rent, or I have to pay for food or living. I could pay everything off in, or taxes or anything like. I could pay everything off in like 1 year. That's not true. Things come up, emergencies happen. Unemployment, schooling. That it all happens. But yeah, I don't get people like I think if I got into more debt than what I owe, like what I make yearly, I would be I would go insane. Because it would take like 5 or 6 years to just at least to get out.
We're getting there for sure.
I don't think you are. You have 100,000 hours of bad debt.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you want your Hammer financial score, see where you stand in the world feel, go to calebhammer.com. And don't forget the link in the description below as well. They're all mailed directly to you. What's up with this card? Or, well, credit, I guess.
Okay, so that one was for my birthday trip to Mexico 2 years ago.
Hey, trip.
Americans in the this is a
Bro.
I got engaged on that trip though, so it's really special. Like I feel like
I really have to like. Maybe I'm just poor or something, or I guess I'm not in debt to that extent. Where I don't have, because I used to. So I, at one point, was with somebody that flew out to a lot of places. I thought they had a lot of money, and they were living a lifestyle that I was definitely not accustomed to. And I couldn't provide the life that she was used to. So I feel like I dodged a bullet because I think later on I figured out that she had a lot of debt, like in this similar situation, lots of debt and lots of I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Felt fancy, felt nice, but if you owe more money on a car than I do, and I, to be fair, am royally fucked for the car I drive, for how much I actually own it. Where I'm like, look, gap insurance, whatever else, I pay a decent premium for my car insurance, full coverage. If something happens to my car, something happens to my car. But anyways, because I think it was close to my birthday. It was like after my birthday, and this person was asking what I do for my birthday. It's like, oh, where'd you go? And I was like, go? What do you mean? I think I had dinner with some friends. I don't know. What do you mean? Where did I go? Am I supposed to go on some like trip or something? Am I supposed to go to like New York or like Paris or like Dubai or something for like a birthday? Like maybe once a year or something, not consecutively and not just for my birthday, maybe for like a family trip or something. I don't, once every 5 or 6 years. What? I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not into that lifestyle, I guess. It was just weird. It was weird. I don't have that. I don't do that. I don't I've never been to fucking Disney World. Or Disneyland. I haven't been to any. I was supposed to go to Disney World at one point, but that fell through. I was very drunk, very drunk, and the girl I was supposed to go with, we had literally just met that night, so it was very thrusted upon me to go, and I was like, I didn't want to go, or she didn't want me there, so it was a little weird. We made up later, but yeah, it was just very like I just don't I don't do trips like for my birthday or anything. I don't do that. I'm not in that lifestyle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that in me, I guess. Maybe because like my family's around here as well. Like, that wasn't really a thing for me. Like we would just go within the same state, and that's usually just like a theme park or something, like a small theme park or something, or like a water park or something. Maybe take a road trip to go visit the family. Again, a road trip, not a flight. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I'm a good 3 or 4 hours away from the beach, right? So I would just drive up there sometimes, or yeah, I guess I used to drive up there when I like for a weekend. That's what I did for vacation. I was on vacation last year. I just took a flight to Mexico for a minute, for like a couple days, and I was staying in like this like hostel for like a couple of days. Like it was cheap, and you know, I just don't get the mentality for people like, oh, we're in Mexico, we're in this luxury resort, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Hiking a mountain, it's nice. There's cheap stuff you could do. I never been attracted to that lifestyle. I don't know. So it's weird to see that people going to debt. Like it's like you see all this thing and yeah, I don't know.
And it's going so well.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. He's talking about his security for if he breaks up.
We have a lot of love for each other.
I'm sure you do. That isn't the end all be all. Marriage?
It really is not. Love can only go so far.
This is a fun one. I get to get you free. I know
yeah.
Birthday? 7 out of 10 birthday? Because
yeah,
like every guest that comes on the show, even though you think you're 7 out of 10 somehow.
Yeah, I specifically opened it up for Mexico and just
What do you
kind of
mean
like never
you-
paid it off.
Specifically open it for Mexico. You're
Says
fucking
the
shut
lady
up.
who controls finances and doesn't let him have any perspective,
Yeah.
or knowledge, or control, or thought, or
I mean, it's good for
any kind
her.
of say into the finances of the household. She opens up a birthday card, refuses to pay it off over the course of a few years.
I
It
mean,
sounds like.
He was excited to go on the trip too. I mean, we had
I'm
a great
sure he
time.
was. Does he know there's a lot of debt hanging around from the trip 2.5 years ago?
He does now.
Ooh.
I mean,
What do you
but
mean he does now?
that was like before we put our bank account together. So I mean, I didn't really talk
No,
to him.
this
about
is existing now. He's okay with this. He's okay with the fact that there's this debt.
He's not okay with it, but he doesn't like.
You're okay with it because you're doing nothing. You have this balance. You're
Yeah,
not
I
actually
mean-
doing anything. It's here with a $69 minimum monthly payment. Total balance of $2,050.63.
Yeah.
What's this? What do we have? I mean, you're paying in multiple payments: Walmart, Amazon, Shein, Amazon, Verbo. This is all. It's all.
What's
stupid.
Verbo?
You're multi-layering out your payments, making your minimum payments even higher for your life, making it harder to survive on a monthly basis. You have a kid.
It's just easier to make like smaller, like pay monthly or pay in full and stuff.
It's so easy because you don't see the maximum price. I know this because I was like this. I'm not gonna lie. And here's what really fucked me over a lot of times was those monthly costs. They really prevent you from doing other shit. Because yeah, if I was like this, I made some good money, but I was almost sometimes I felt trapped. But then when you start paying shit off, opportunities to, like, I don't know, move out, to spend more money on stuff. I bought some more workout equipment and stuff. I bought some more stuff for the house. Like, out of my debit card, by the way, so much better. I just don't get people. Like, I get it, right? Because I was in that situation, but also I made less money than her, actually, I think about it now. But it's just easier to do things.
Instead of like taking out that big chunk at once, it like feels better and it
No shit, it feels better. It's the whole purpose of it.
doesn't hurt our finances as much.
If we're talking household, what comes in?
It does. It wouldn't have to hurt as much, right? It wouldn't have to hurt as much if you have the money already saved up. That's what I like. In my mind, right? In my mind. Okay, so in my head, right? In my head, let's say I'm making $2,000 a month, and I put a computer that's $1,000. On, I don't know, was it layaway, whatever, payment plans, pay now. Was it pay now? No, buy now, pay later. Firm and Karma and stuff like that. I understand, right? But also, if you had $2,000 and you saved up the money, where $1,000 didn't mean shit to you. Well, I don't say it didn't mean shit to you, but like, I don't know. In my head, right? In my head, I do this thing like that. It pierces my head. Where if say I'm saving up for like a computer or something, or like something like a bigger purchase. I think any purchase more than like $800 is like bigger, right? Well, so, or like, medium-ish size. Like bigger for like, everyday cost, right? Okay, so if I just have money, let's say, but like if I was making $2,000 a month, yeah, I could probably pay it off in like $200 a month or something like that. It's a lot better, right? Or I do this, where I just save enough money where I can just pay it off, or like pay it all at once. No, it's
from his income as well. So I realized we didn't even get that.
Oh yeah, so after his garnishments.
What does he do? Yeah.
So he works at the Toyota factory.
Okay.
And after garnishments, he probably brings. It's about $1,175.
A paycheck?
Yeah, a paycheck.
Okay, so
a lot of money.
2,350. So not including allowance, including what you're putting aside for taxes. Well, you're gonna get child tax credit, but even still.
Not this year. I'm not.
Why?
Because we do every other year. I claimed her last year.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yep, we're paying taxes on that. So we're setting a little bit aside for if you're doing only sure, but you're not anymore. So we're not setting aside money for that because we don't have to.
Yeah.
Of course, you do for the month that came in, but we're setting aside money for the Uber Eats stuff after expenses, but maybe set like 20% aside. I'd say you're bringing in the household brings in net about 8,800. I'm gonna say. So that's a strong household income. Why we're in this situation, why we're not, with that strong income, why are we these multi-pay levels? This Walmart and Shein and Amazon and all this
I guess I just get a little carried away, and I think like we need it in that moment, but we don't have enough for that week to get it. So
need it right away. See, this is the thing. You need it right away. You need it right away. So there's that, that trick where you wait 30 days and see if you actually still need it. That kind of happened for me. So
split it up, then I can get it at that time. And we won't go into like the negatives or anything.
Yeah, but it's making it so that negatives. Why would you be going into the negatives? We're talking about $9,000 essentially net on a monthly basis.
We go into the negatives a lot.
How?
Why?
Because net
Why?
you guys are making $105,000. Not bad for Southern Indiana.
Yeah.
Not a high cost of living area. Rust Belt to the core. Who works at Toyota?
Yeah, like on paper we have good jobs, we have good income, but we just have so many bills and debt that it just like takes.
No shit.
And then you just went to fucking Nashville last weekend and paid in for all that bull.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're taking control of the income. You're prioritizing you having the fun you want, not the fun he wants, instead of actually paying off the debt. To be clear, you are choosing, okay, we get to do the fun I want. Hey, you can have fun. You. Oh, instead of paying off debt, we get to have the fun I want. I want to go to Nashville.
Trips, to me, like having a trip plan is like the only way I can stay motivated to
Cool,
like.
congratulations. You're choosing your fun and saying his fun is.
He has
doesn't matter.
fun too, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Behind your back. Behind your back. Behind your back. Because you won't let him have money. And then he won't even know what his money is left over because you just hide that.
I don't think his fun's going out and getting McDonald's. Like, I think he really
That
does
is
enjoy
still an extra, like, dopamine enhancing thing. He's going and
I'm
he's getting
sure.
that.
Look, here's my thing is, yeah, I don't know. It just feels toxic, like just toxic, right? Like she feels toxic. I can't do it.
He won't even know what his money is left over because you just hide that.
He has
doesn't matter.
fun too, though.
Yeah, and then he won't even know what his money is left over because you just hide that.
I don't think his fun's going out and getting McDonald's. Like, I think he really
That
does
is
enjoy.
still an extra, like, dopamine enhancing thing. He's going and
I'm
he's getting
sure.
that.
Yeah.
And
Whatever.
yours is all this stupid trip, and you're paying and for it. And you just said you're going into negative sometimes. We go into negative often,
Yeah.
right? Quote, I think. And
She
nearly
wants the
$100,000
extra
in
money to go and spend it on her little fucking trips.
do you have
Which
any fucking trips
I
coming up? I mean, you're
wouldn't
looking
do
for a trip.
that.
What trips are coming up?
So,
Oh, please don't tell me trips are coming up.
well, I've been trying to plan a Disney
Oh,
cruise.
for sake, that's
for us.
insanely
Disney
expensive.
cruise?
Yeah. How much is that going to cost?
Well,
How much is that going to cost?
for the weeks that I needed.
Okay, again, maybe I just never have. Okay, I've never done this, dude. I just grew. Maybe I just grew up in poverty. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I've never been to Disney World, Disneyland. Never been on cruises. Never done this shit. Never really had like getaways. I just that wasn't a me thing, right? I think the biggest fucking thing that I don't even say biggest. One random thing was my mom drove me to I think it was having spring break or something, and she took me to like or it might have been when there was still school going on. I can't remember. She took me to a theme park in a different part of the state, and this is like a few hours from us, and I got sick during that time. She cut my hair really badly. I got sick, and I think I got a video game, or I got a reserved video game from GameStop that I never picked up. I want to say it was Pokemon Rangers or something like that for the DS. But like that was the last minute fun trip. Like that was it. I spent time doing that. We went to the beach occasionally. Got me some jet skis. Rode around that. That was fun. Spent some times in hotels for that. But like everything else, dude, I don't get it, dude. And that's usually within the same state I'm in, or like if at all, it's in a different state with other family members. It's within the U.S. Like, fair, some of my family does live in more expensive states and stuff, but like, we're staying with family. Typically, we're staying with family. We're staying with. We get like an Airbnb or something, or hotel, and it's like 5 or 6 of us cramped in a space. Which again, that is fine. I don't care. But I just never had these cruises or these, other events and stuff. These like expensive parks that have to buy a pass and then a badge and then get a hotel to stay at the parks and it never happened to me. Like I think when I went to college, I joined a few organizations in college, and they a lot of times. They provided either rooms at a really discounted price, like I'm talking really discounted, and I was still kind of poor, so I'd pay discount price, and then I would have to like honestly mooch off some friends to go and eat. Like I wasn't doing that much, drinking, occasionally to eat some food. I didn't have that much money, so but that was like my vacation. That was like my trips. I didn't really do that as a kid. So it's very weird that people do this shit. I think it's weird in my mind that people do this.
Get to go. So it had to be specific because he can't get off work. He has shut down on 2 weeks a year. So the price for the week we needed to go was going to be $8,000 for the cruise.
Oh my! That is
8,000.
of your income, lady. You said you want to control the money because you cannot trust him. So that
See, that's the fun thing. You can do $8,000. You can do $8,000 if you have it saved up. Like if you have, that's what savings is for. To save up, to buy something like that, to go on that vacation, to do that. Like, imagine if, you spend $8,000 for Disney World or something like that, blah, blah, but because you put it in there for, like, let's say 2 years. Let's get 1 year you go and, I don't know, go visit family in fucking Idaho or some shit. Ohio or whatever. Somewhere cheap. Go and you have a little road trip or something for like a week during spring break or something with the kids. Seems fun. That seems fun. And then you save up and you go and spend money. You go to fucking Japan for like 2 weeks or a week or something. You could do that after like spending 2 or 3 years. Sorry, years. Saving up money, paying off your fucking debts.
that you guys can pay off debt so that you can get married. That is what you open this conversation with. You, that is not the truth. That is bull. That is bull. That is bull.
Okay, so she's just yeah, she's been lying the whole time.
That is a lie. You don't care about that. You care about prioritizing the fun you want to do.
It's for
the fun that you want to do.
Why ruin their childhood because of my bad choices?
I never went on a Disney cruise. My childhood wasn't ruined.
Yeah,
it's actually cheaper than going to Disney World, so I actually thought this was the cheaper option.
I didn't go to Disney World until I basically was graduating high school. It did not ruin my childhood.
Well, I've never.
We did do that. We did that in high school for band, I think.
And again, what you just said right there, justifying that, is just clearly showing that you are prioritizing your fun, the fun that you want to do. Because I haven't gone either. I'm 25. Oh my goodness. You had your little birthday trip, max out a card, not paying it off. You just pay. You can put on for a trip last weekend. You're about to go on a Disney cruise. It's going to be $6,000. Lindsay, did you go to Disney cruise as a kid? Was your childhood ruined? I got a solid no. What about you, Jake? Oh, I don't think their childhood is ruined. They're living pretty good adult lives.
It's just this is the only way I can be okay with working all these hours and working all the time.
No, it's not. You need coping mechanisms. You need better discipline.
Yeah.
It is not. Yeah. You are forcing yourself to work extra hours. You are forcing yourself to do that.
That's the thing. That's the crazy thing, right? She's working more hours to justify the trips, but she's not making enough from doing all those hours to make up for that.
Because you're willing to go below $8,000.
But if she worked the 40 hours,
let me get my point across. Okay. Because you are willing
at
to
her regular job, she could probably just
also known
be
as
fine.
A month of your household net income, you're willing to wipe off the board. So yes, you are making it so.
The funny thing is, she paid off all her fucking debts and shit. She could probably afford the fucking cruise and everything in 3-4 months. And she could still live the same. That's the thing. Once you have a budget and everything, and then once you have extra money, put in your savings. I think you want to go on a trip. Go on a trip, and it doesn't affect your monthly income at all. There's no, I gotta make this payment again. I gotta do this and this and this. To be honest, it's kind of why I regret getting a car debt, to be honest. If y'all can, buy a used car and don't have payments. It sucks. It really does. It's bullshit.
So that you have to make more money just to make ends meet because you're willing to blow likely 2 months of income on trips a year. Based on how you're doing it, at least. I mean, they're saying you love to go to music festivals, you're spending thousands on concerts, and it's just you're endlessly going on camping trips, and that's just, that's not free. You got to pay for the slots, you got to pay for the food, you got to pay for everything you're doing there. It's time away from work, it's time away from nursing. So, you are prioritizing this stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised maybe if it's even pushing 3 months of income. You are forcing to live the lifestyle you want, and to prioritize the fun that you want. You are forcing yourself to work that many hours. So no, you will not get sympathy from me. You are choosing that life. I am the redacted of guest, redacted, who just came down last week for the show. I'm ready to inform you, redacted, and a pathological liar. She was terminated the day she flew to your show for naked pics at work in the work bathroom on a Reddit site. I ask you...
Bro, what? That is fucking insane. Okay. Yeah, that's insane.
You to take anything likely as redacted, but lots of redactions. Real guess.
This is, but I worry how this will affect redacted if my name, redacted names, or redacted name. I will seek my attorney advice about legal action. Most of all, please don't mention redacted. It was only 5. Okay, I guess the
name
kid
was
kid
once great with money, and after her daughter was born, made poor choices. Thank you.
If I don't do that, then I can't live the life I'm wanting to live. So it's
You're not going to live the life you want to live unless you get out of this debt, get a fully funded emergency fund, get retirement on track. You're fucking over your kids because you're not going to be able to pay for their college if you want to. Not that you're required to, and you're fucking them over because when they're going to be in their adulthood, mommy and daddy aren't going to have any money for retirement. So they are going to be like, oh, I don't know what to do. You might not ask your kids for money, but guess what? They are not going to let you die in the streets. Who knows what Social Security is going to be like when we're retiring? Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So at that point, yeah, they're going to step in. They're going to put their adult lives on hold to take care of their irresponsible, selfish mother who said they didn't want to ruin their 5-year-old's childhood by not going on a cruise as a 5-year-old.
Well,
F off.
I never went on trips as a kid, so
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I went on like 3 trips, and they were just road trips
I
as a
bet
kid,
you remember
and they
them,
were
though.
great.
Yeah, they were great. See,
Okay, here's my thing. I don't remember every fucking road trip I've been on. I don't. And this is the thing. My family will bring it up. My mom, or my family, my aunts, and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, remember that trip we went on? I'm like, no. I kind of remember being there, but I like maybe some split images. Like very foggy memories. I don't remember everything, especially when I was like young. I don't remember everything. I remember some trips I was on, and that was probably in the last like 10, 12 years. Everything else, not by much, but like before the age of like 10, I don't remember that many trips. I know we've been on them, but I can't tell you that many.
Yes, but I have a lot of life and a lot of trips I can do. And you can do like a cheap little road trip. We did the cheap little road trips. You're talking about going on an $8,000 Disney cruise. It is not...
Yeah, like dude, honestly, a cheap road trip. Because I was talking about this with this girl I was talking to for a bit, and we were talking about road trip, and I'm down for it. Like I am. Because she was like, "Oh, this is going to be from blank to blank, and it's going to take like 24 or whatever hours." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's doable for me. I mean, I'll I'll have a week off or something. I'll take a week off or something, and we could do that. Because why the fuck not, dude? That sounds fun. That sounds way more fun, in my opinion, right? Than like just going to like, I don't know, then going to like New York or something, and then going out and partying the whole fucking weekend. I don't feel like that. Maybe like New York and like Broadway show or something. I haven't been there in a while, but like I'm definitely I'm more of a city guy than anything else. But yeah, this is just fucking. I can't do that. That's just. They're like, oh yeah, we need to go and spend money and party. I'm like, dude, I can party here. Like, if I want to spend money and go to a club, why not do it here where I will spend money, go to a club, and my Uber will be like $20. Or, I mean, if we go to another country or something, maybe go and party. But also, if I don't speak the language, I feel like that's also awkward as shit. Yeah, I would have to have like a good group of people to go with, and we'd probably be cheaping out on the hotel. Anyways, so again, I just don't like spend. Maybe because I'm also I for the longest time I've been like in this like survival mode, right? And so the survival mode has been like making me a little bit more not wanting to, do shit like that. I don't like spending money just out of like randomness. But like a road trip, fuck yeah, I'll do that.
Comparable. It's not comparable. Our road trip was a couple hours to a campground. You do camping, consider those.
Well, Royal.
You're going kayaking, camping just this weekend.
Yeah, we
That's
are.
fun.
That's hours that you.
It's kind of like the last little hurrah before like.
Last hurrah, girl! You wanted to go on a fucking trip for $8,000. How's that the last hurrah?
Yeah.
It's not. You're doing an $8,000 Disney cruise.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You're
Exactly.
lying.
Well, we're kind of. I don't know.
Kind of what?
Well, I thought about doing the Royal Caribbean cruise. That one's like 2,000 or 3,000 less. So then it would be like
$1,000, dude.
4,000 to 5,000. And I was thinking, as long as we pay it monthly, then I mean, by the time it gets here, it's paid off. So then, is there really like any expense by the time we go on the trip? No, So it's kind of like girl math.
It is.
Oh math! Wow, girl math.
Okay, don't make all women look bad. You're fucking setting back a generation. Multi-generations, okay?
I feel like I'm very independent, and I make women look good. Like I'm a hustler.
Exactly.
I work.
Until you
I'm
just.
dude,
Yeah, to live the.
the minute that someone says I'm a hustler, I cringe. Maybe because my mom used to do this, to be honest. Love her, but also like what the fuck. Yeah, it is so bad.
Life
Yeah.
that you are choosing. You're gonna get the 18th Amendment fucking revoked at this point.
Me too.
I mean, girl math to fuck over your family.
No, we're all having fun. I
You said the 18th
Having
Amendment.
fun, but you. Oh my fuck. It's the fun that you're choosing. You're not letting him have the fun that he chooses. You control
Right to
everything.
vote?
We're not gonna go in circles around this.
That's not women's suffrage.
Okay, 18th Amendment was prohibition, so maybe
Yeah.
we need to bring that back because you're probably a childhood of. Never mind. We're not gonna go that far.
We can't go into childhood, trust me.
Okay.
Joke flopped. We move on. Let me see your Amazon. Pull up your phone.
Oh, just like my
Yes, I
orders
see
and
Amazon
stuff?
purchases. Pull up your Amazon. They say
Oh.
you have these date nights on Saturdays, and you told them that they average like $250. The date
They-
nights.
There's no
The-
Wi-Fi.
Okay, why didn't you connect to the guest Wi-Fi?
It wouldn't allow me to.
All right, I'm screen recording.
Okay. Here's my thing. Have I spent $200 for dates? Yes. Well, it's like because it's usually like I would say like the arcade thing. That I've done that like a couple times. But like that alone is like at least $60 just to play games. Like at least. Let's say you get dinner on top of that. Yeah, that could easily be like $160. Oh wait, dinner. Yeah, depending on the dinner place, it's like 25. Yeah, like 50. So a little less than $150. Probably 150. Yeah, I mean I've done $200 dates before. Not often, right? Not often, but I've done it before. Depending how far, depending how far we get into dating and stuff. But like it's usually like once every like for like an anniversary or for like shit like that. Like a special occasion. Like someone's birthday or something.
But
And that's sometimes I'll spend like, if it's someone's birthday, I might spend her friend, maybe a couple of my friends, and spend like, a couple like a round of shots or something.
we will black out any information.
Okay.
That's private. Okay, your Amazon. Let's see. Stickers for days. It looks like endless coloring pencils.
Oh yeah.
Emotionally immature parents. Yeah, let's read that one.
I thought it'd be a good book.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Little fruity beverage things. Big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Lashes, very critical for the living, and queen sheets and hair nail gummies.
Yeah.
come on.
My hair's been falling out.
Well, don't do that.
I think it's stress.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be stressed too, but you're putting it on yourself to live the life you want to live and prioritize the fun you're choosing. Lots of pink. It's just endless amount of stuff for skin and wearing things and hair
Yeah.
and bullshit. It's just crazy. This is
Girly
all within the
stuff.
month. Lots of just endless girly, but you're prioritizing again your stuff. I don't see anything here for the guy. It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. Couple kid thing here and there. I don't see one thing for the guy. I think I see why he's being independent now. I think it's all you. I see 4 things in the cart. Let's see. What do we got going on?
I don't
We
even
have
remember.
bedwetting alarm for boys and girls. Fair enough.
That's for the kid.
Is
Yeah.
that for the husband?
No.
And
No.
we have slippers for you
Still sweating.
and
Sweating.
food storage. That could actually be useful for what we're gonna do. Okay.
Good storage,
I
yeah.
don't want to sound like a broken record. I mean, but that is the nature of the show sometimes. It's just, it's very clear. You're prioritizing your fun, your feel good with the lashes, your things. There was nothing for him on there. You're prioritizing you. That's it. I mean, a little bit of the kids' things. Like the hair thing, I get that. I'm vibing with that. That's chill. But the rest, it was kind of bull.
The fan was for both of us. He requested I get the fan.
Okay, so he got one thing out of 30 for the month.
That's all he
Great.
asked for.
Okay, PayPal.
All he asked
Is this a
for.
different
Ass.
Paying for agreement?
Yes, I do use
Wait,
that.
this is, it's really small. Wait, what? You just borrowed 20, oh, there's a, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. And this one's, I mean, it's just, okay, let me just add up these minimum monthly payment. Like, what are you doing with this? Because this is minimum monthly payment of $9 and
What the heck?
9 cents, and then
Yeah.
that was just, you borrowed $27. I mean, this is so small. And this minimum monthly payment of $23.80.
Monthly payment.
Actually, these are bi-weekly payments, by the way. So we'll add them up as that. But what are you paying in for? And you borrowed 71 for this. Okay, so it's just those 2. But what are you doing?
It just feels better in the time to only have to like pay like $9 and then like the rest will come out the next paycheck in 2 weeks and then the next one.
You told me that you always go under. If you're always going under, it is because you've positioned your finances in a way where your minimum monthly payments are so substantial that you're not able to get ahead.
Yeah.
And it's because you're delaying everything. It is an endless kick the can down the road situation. I mean, it's $65.78 on a monthly basis, and it's about like $150 owed. Let's add that to the debt column. Like, it's not crazy, but you're endlessly doing it. It's always replenishing it so that it's always that forever.
Yeah, I in my head,
Oh,
as
it
long as
is.
all the bills are getting paid and all that stuff's getting paid, that's better than that not happening.
Not getting
and
all
we're
paid.
getting things we need, you know. So
If you're under, it's not getting
I
paid.
just went through it.
I think I need everything I buy. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding
The
me?
lashes I cannot give up.
You got 1,000.
Yeah, these are not real.
Well, fucking, why don't stop having lashes? I don't know.
I was getting them professionally
Paint
done,
them.
and now I do
Or
them
whatever.
myself.
I don't know.
So I did cut the cost on that actually.
If you want to earn up to $5,000,
Yeah.
and I have to find in a budget with 9 covers GL 0 is navigable and load your price and it now it's deck and they that card you have an Amazon card. We just went through Amazon, so there was Amazon and PayPal financing and everything, and now you have
That's what
Amazon.
that's what got my ass, to be honest. That is what got my ass. Both of those. So here's the thing. I did have an eBay card, right? Because I was making a lot of on eBay. But when I paid that off, I paid it off. It's just in my, because I think it was only like $600. In my mind, and it's like they close the account after like I think like 2 months or something like that. Yeah, it's just so much bullshit that I just can't
card
do.
as well.
Um,
How long
Yeah.
does this take to pay off? The balance of $1,381 if you don't purchase on it and only make minimum monthly payments. And I know you're incapable of not purchasing on it.
like I still think if I make monthly minimum payments for my car loan, I think I pay it off in less than 3 years. We'll see if I sell the same car in 3 years, or I could get a personal loan or something. Like
Amazon. So
it depends.
I've had that card.
How long does it take to pay off? I didn't ask how long
long
you've
does
had
it take
it.
to pay off?
Minimum monthly payment only, no purchases, and you're incapable of not purchasing on Amazon.
if I had to guess, probably 2 more years, maybe.
8 years.
8
Yeah.
years.
8 years.
Man, I've only been paying the minimum. No wonder it's
because
not.
you're choosing Disney.
In my head, that's more important. Like, that can wait. Like, it's gonna get
Why?
paid off
It's accruing
eventually.
interest in 8 years without you purchasing, but you're always purchasing. It's never going to get paid off for you. That's not how this works. You're going to be like the average American. You just maintain your debt forever. You're in no position where you think it's...
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, with the interest accruing...
I could die tomorrow, and I mean,
That's
that's how I see it.
Is that everybody's excuse? Like, they could just die tomorrow. Like, I don't like thinking about that. I like thinking I have years ahead. So I try to make plans for those years ahead. And if I go, I mean, I want my family to be, secure.
You know?
I don't understand.
Did the
this. How do I
camera
have
just
to
blur?
say this? I feel like... Oh, I feel like I have to say this at least once a month. It doesn't... Yes, you can die tomorrow. And if you die tomorrow, you won't know that you didn't go to Disney.
Yeah.
Because you're dead. You don't give a...
But
So bet on the higher chance that
My kids
you
will,
be here
right?
tomorrow.
Or my
and
husband will,
prepare
whatever.
for it by setting yourself up for success. If you sacrifice everything right now for a better future and you die, you won't know that you missed out. You're dead. It doesn't matter that you sacrificed. If you go and have fun tomorrow and you die the next day, it doesn't matter. You're dead. You don't remember that you had fun anyway. Even in most religions, you don't remember a lot of the life here on Earth, or especially the bad stuff. So the sacrifices you do, you won't even have that.
Well, my kids would remember, though, if I'm dead, that I took them on that trip, and then the debt would disappear with me with debt.
Barely. The 5-year-old's barely forming core memories at this point. Like, if you...
That's the thing, right? I would rather, maybe because I'm like this, right? I would rather take my kids to Disney World when they're like, like pre-teen to teen. And because I feel like at that point, I don't know. Maybe because they don't, once they start having more autonomy, in my mind, I feel like that is probably the time when I should also start having more somewhat family involvement, but not like, always be there for them, obviously take care of them and stuff, but like, go on those trips when they're like teenagers and like preteens, stuff like that. Because even right now, those are probably the trips and stuff that I remember like the most. Which is a funny thing, because maybe because we didn't go on as many. But those, I feel like, probably shaped me a little more than my other stuff did. That's just me. I feel like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was when I was like 9 or 10. There were definitely things I did when I was young. But again, that was like, we went to like the city that was close to us. We went to a lot. Like, I want to say those were like family trips, or just like things that happened. Side of town, that type of stuff.
Actually focus in with your strong household income, put your marriage first, and stop going behind each other's backs and being controlling and weird. By the time they're 7 and 8, when they're actually able to actually participate in the things that you want to go do and be able to remember everything, you can do things.
Yeah.
You're wanting to do it now because you want to do it now. $50 of interest accruing. 35. So, $35 of interest accruing. Balance of $1,381.58. Minimum monthly payment of $50. I mean, it's a 30% interest, so great.
The Amazon one is?
I
thought my PayPal had the highest interest.
It might, but this, regardless, is still at 30.
Yeah.
Apple Card. Classic. Okay, great.
I never got an Apple Card.
And his balance is even higher.
Yes, that one was Jamaica, I believe, is where we why I opened it in the first place.
Okay, a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize the pattern? Do we have pattern recognition skills happening right now with you?
Dude, okay, how do you open up credit cards to go on trips? Like, I know people that do this. I do not see the advantage of that. They're like, oh yeah, the memories are forever. Bro, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember everything that I've done. No, I don't think they are. Also, I had money saved, and I went on trips that I could actually afford. Internationally, technically, right? Mexico, Canada, those are trips I can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to have a good time.
You like to have a good time, and you
Yeah.
like to fuck over your entire life. You're never getting a house. You're never paying for your kids' college. You're never going to retire, and you're going to be fucking over their future. You're never going to get married because you control everything for your wants, and then he doesn't get to do anything, so he goes behind your back, and then you guys are completely separate, and he's already talking about breaking up. So yes, yeah, you like to have a good time? Great. Those good times are not going to last very long because you're absolutely destroying your life for the temporary satisfaction of dopamine releases of going on a little trip to Nashville last weekend, Disney in the future, Jamaica, whenever the fuck. I don't care. You don't need that spicy ass food. You can get it here. Go ahead. Okay?
When I'm on my deathbed, I don't think I'll regret any of it.
When you're on your deathbed, you'll be dying. It doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly. The debt don't matter at that point, does it?
Debt don't matter at that point, but you're going to destroy your entire life until the deathbed.
Dude, that's the thing, right? So, like, I think because I see, like, my grandmother, right? Like, some of my, like, grandparents and stuff, and they're, like, different levels. But, like, if you start to work, you're, like, 70, 80. Unless you want to. It's looking at, like, seeing that, I'm like, I can't do that. That's not me. I just can't. That's just not, no. Like, it's just not a thing that I want to see or do, right? Like, as myself. Like, if I'm streaming until, like, I'm, like, 60 or 70, that's awesome. Great. Love that for myself. Probably try to find time for that, right? But, like, I just don't get it. I just don't get how people are like, yeah, we're just going to die of the dead. I know family members that did that. And no. Well, because then they also typically they can't afford funerals and shit. So, also tough. Yeah, it's just like, I don't want my family in that position. If I get a wife or whatever, while I'm gonna have kids, I don't want that to happen. I want to be the father or the grandfather or whatever that has enough money saved where I can just be like, vibe, go to my kids' stuff, go to my grandkids' stuff, be that person. I don't want to be like worrying about fucking like bills. I just have that all paid off already because I invested and saved up when I was younger.
You're gonna make your entire life hard. I feel like if that is your mindset, there is no point to this conversation. That's a broken mindset. That is never sacrificing anything in this world for a better life.
Well, I plan to work till I die. I don't really.
You can do that out of the passion of working and having that caring about what you're doing. But right now, it's not having to work until you die. It's having to work 80 hours every week until you die.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Your body won't be able to do that when you're older, but you'll have to.
Yeah, exactly why. No. Because even my father's saying this at the point, right? Where it's like, yeah, he can't work every day anymore. My grandmother can't really either. So, like, I don't want to be in that. I don't want to have to do that. And that's kind of where I'm sitting at right now.
You're on the Walmart damn floor. How long do you think this takes to pay off?
So, I'm thinking like 2 years.
Add 10 to that. It's a 12-year thing.
For under 2,000, really?
Yes, because of the interest and the minimum monthly payment. And listen, that's without you purchasing, which again, we know you love the purchase.
Yeah.
We are addicted to the world of purchase.
I mean, once I have everything I need, I'm not gonna like keep purchasing.
You'll never have everything you need. You need endless lashes. You need endless clothing. Look what you did.
What's everything you need?
You have endless trips. Those aren't even needs. Those aren't needs, but you do them. And what are you talking about? Once I have everything you need, you don't know. Those words don't mean anything. That is some bullshit. That is some hyper bullshit.
I'm just proud that when it has more than $20 to spend on it. Honestly, I think that's
What? What do you mean?
I'm happy when it's not over the limit, to be honest.
Yeah, they said it's a basic bare minimum and something that's really good to hear from the person who's running the finances in a house. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, we're 4 cards in.
Still
I need to talk to him because I think I've
40
learned
minutes
enough about you. I want to hear his perspective.
We can try. But
Yeah, give him a try.
I don't know if he'll
Give him a try.
answer.
I'm gonna triple call.
Okay.
It looks like she's hiding
Looking
something. So it looks like she's hiding something. Could this be the dude? It's just like already done with her. And it's like trying to get her like away.
OS. So I don't know if it's gonna go through.
You're on the Wi-Fi anymore?
Well, he don't have an iPhone, so is that why?
Yeah, he looks submissive. This is a little twink if I've ever seen one.
That's an old picture. He's really sweet.
Looks like maybe I have to call him.
Bro, it's like I'm gonna call him. What is with this
See that
dude?
last name?
Mhm.
Good luck ever getting it.
Oh,
Well, I know most of that was cut out, but
it's some bullshit. You see that last name? Good luck ever getting it. Oh fuck. Okay, that's actually cool. That's actually funny.
we tried to call him, didn't answer. We'll try him again. It's all happening live for us, so
Yeah.
very curious to hear this little sub boy's perspective on all this. Amazon Chase.
Yes.
Amazon Chase.
That one I just opened up to see if I could, see if they would approve me. And when they did, I just bought what I needed at the time. Oh, it was a Kids' Christmas. I remember now. It was a Kids'
Kids' Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Last Christmas?
2 Christmases ago.
Is
Oh
when you
boy.
opened it, but
Yeah.
you're purchasing it now.
Yes.
So as many of you know,
Yes.
a lot of people
Yes.
purchase
Yes.
I've seen things without waiting to the full at the credit limit.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. I want to see if I can open it, and then I'm gonna use it for Christmas. And then just like you're paying on it, and you're still making dues now. And you're still paying stuff now. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Usually stays at the credit limit.
It's literally over the credit limit. You just talked about a few minutes ago how you're like, I'm happy if it's not over the credit limit. It's over the credit limit.
Oh, I
So
didn't know.
$519.
Oh, it's over.
$500.19. It's 19 cents over, but you went over. Like it's
Yeah.
over. You got interest accruing. Purchases of $46.85.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't even know what that was. Mm-mm.
Wow.
No idea.
Wow.
You don't even know what you're purchasing.
Yeah, it's just probably those lashes and stuff. I mean, just, necessities.
All right, well,
Necessities. Those are
we'll go to
necessities.
the next one.
I cannot live like that.
Firm. It's a classic.
Like I don't know. Watching this shit makes me scared to be in a relationship. To be honest.
Yep, that's like my oldest debt for sure. Been using that one a long time.
This is your oldest debt. How long has a firm been around?
Yeah.
For probably maybe since I was 18.
Really?
Yeah, before,
I've only seen it for the last like couple of years.
And paying it off for a year.
I was like, I feel like I've only seen Affirm and the Karma stuff like in the last 3 years, maybe.
Okay.
Like since
Well, the
COVID.
thing is- using it paying it off for years. What is paying it off for years? Like you've paid it off, then you've built.
Like I'll pay off some, and then once I pay off some, I'll just like put another to replace it, and then my spending
What?
power goes up, so I kind of use it.
Spending
I
power
mean,
goes up.
This is kind of what is standing out to me. We're really like piecing together your narrative of how you go about life right now. I told you earlier, stacking up your minimum monthly payments. That is what is making it hard and sometimes negative on a monthly basis. And now you're affirming things. It's just stacking more minimum monthly payments. You're spending more than you can. Because, it's being proven by the fact that as those minimum monthly payments stack up, you can't afford them. So if you went and tried to purchase all these out of the gate, you wouldn't be able to afford it. And it's Walmart and Amazon, Walmart, Amazon, Verbo. Oh, there's that. Yeah. Okay. And with
What's
these, I
Verbo?
mean, the Walmart ones are just online orders, and they don't always. With the way they're stacking, I doubt they're just groceries and stuff.
I think they might be groceries.
And what was
I
this
think
Verbo
they
for?
might be
That was
groceries.
Nashville.
This one was Nashville.
Yeah, that Verbo was Nashville.
What was the other Verbo we talked about? Beginning.
That-
PayPal.
That was another trip we took like a month or two ago.
No. Oh, for sake, dude. It really is. It really is just what
It's like
This
the only
is
thing that gets
living-
me through, honestly. Like,
I know, but it's not allowing.
Is it a trip like every quarter or something? The only thing that gets me through. Like, dude, I don't know. I have not been on a trip, right? You know what gets me through? I go to anime conventions. I go to anime conventions the most I can. And that's usually 2 or 3 times a year, right? Maybe one, usually 2 or 3 times a year is my anime convention limit. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I want to go to more or whatever. I've been to DreamHack. I've been to other anime conventions around, gaming conventions, stuff like that. That's my thing. That's my thing. Money, first off, but also like, my social battery gets drained out so fast for that shit. Like, and no offense to a lot of people, like, there's a couple times I go to those events just to meet up with people I haven't seen in a while. That's pretty much it. That is it. It's like who I haven't seen in like 2 or 3 years, which is fine. Everything else, dude, I'm just not. I don't know. I can't do a trip every fucking quarter or something. Because also, here's what happens to me, right? I get really overstimulated at some of those events, and it makes me depressed as all hell coming back to work. So yeah, it sucks.
You to get through, because it's making it so that you can't afford life. And now you're having to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. You're selling yourself online. Because...
halfway.
Huh?
Halfway?
Now, it's
What do you
been
mean
a month.
halfway?
Come
Oh,
on, we know how it's gone. We know how it goes. We've had OF creators on this show.
Yeah,
Like, the money's addicting.
yeah.
it's easy.
And it's easy.
It's this,
It was
sure.
the trip a couple months
Is it
ago.
easy? Is it really easy?
I'm trying to. Oh,
She can't even
no.
remember. That's how.
I remember. It was Michigan. We went to Michigan because we wanted to scope out the area because we want to take the kids
It's
to.
fucking Michigan. Listen, as someone from Michigan, what the fuck are you verboing to Michigan for?
The air.
Listen, it is better than Indiana, but why? Where even in?
So we went up to New Buffalo and we wanted to go to the beach, like the beach there, to see if it
And
was.
you verboed?
Yeah,
You
'cause-
verboed a scouting mission for a future
well,
vacation?
well, we enjoyed ourselves while we were there too.
Oh.
How do you vacate?
So wait. So she enjoyed themselves, so vacationed, while looking for a vacation?
For a future vacation? Like, I'm so confused. None of us do that.
Well, it's just me.
No one goes to college.
Well, that's just me, I guess. That's just me. Oh my gosh, that's so me. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. What do you mean?
For a week to see if they want to go there for a month.
Well, we're gonna take the kids because it's like not like a real beach, but it kind of is. So, it's like a smaller trip than going like to Florida. So we wanted to see if like we think they would like it.
They would like having college paid for.
Yeah.
How about this? I want to know from your perspective, why are we not prioritizing their better future instead of just memories? Because you only prefer memories. That's all you care about. You don't care about anything else.
It's like the only thing you can think of is like paying for their college, like that I need to be saving for. Like what else? I mean, I pay for all their basic
College,
needs.
Emergencies, a better house, and a better school district. It could be.
I mean, she's in private school.
She's 5 years old. It could be paying for an instrument when she's in band or football.
Dude, okay. Maybe I'm really anti-private school. Take your kids to fucking public school. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't want to take my kid to public school because they do. I'm like, dude, take care of your fucking kid, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Football equipment, being able to volunteer your time in boosters programs and different things like that instead of having to work.
Dude, that's also like, right? Like, I want to be involved in my kids' lives, so that's one thing I would probably want to do is have money and be secure financially, where I can do that. I can take some time off to be at PTA meetings and shit like that.
Overtime because you can't afford the lifestyle that you've already lived. You retiring again? I've already said this. You retiring. So they're not putting their life on hold to make sure their mom isn't homeless. Like, that's his basic responsibility.
I guess they just don't need much right now, so it
Yes,
doesn't-
they're 5.
Yeah.
But you're not preparing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I put a little bit into savings each paycheck.
We'll see. But all I see is on this. Well, I didn't even write down what is even owed total on a firm. I don't know.
I think last time I checked monthly, I'm paying like $560 a month total.
Oh, and what's the total balance?
Oh, the total balance I think is $1,200 or $1,300.
For 1,300.
Yeah, it's within that 100 range.
500.
For sure.
And what is this? I mean, this just looks like more minimum monthly payments, and
That's
Bro.
karma.
Bro, $500 would be insane for me because in my mind, right, $500 a month is close to what some people would pay for a studio apartment in like Texas or like New Mexico. Like, it's not like it. Like, if you get in a studio apartment, maybe half of that, or like, okay, when I was in college, right, there's definitely rent prices when you had to share with, had a roommate and stuff, where your rent could be like $600 a month, with a couple roommates, or with like one roommate, I think, and that was pretty okay. I just don't get it.
oh my, you're affirming and clarifying and PayPaling it for?
Is that still a firm? Sorry.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't
you
know.
tell me.
I kind of get them confused. Honestly, they're
Yeah, I would if I was destroying my financial future this much.
like when I ran out of purchasing power on a firm, so I switched to Klarna.
That's funny. That's cute.
Ran out of purchasing power. I ran out of credit, so I went to another thing and got more credit. Oh my gosh. Like, see, here's the crazy thing, right? I'm broke, right? I'm technically broke, right? So in my mind, I'm not gonna there's no point of me taking out more debt currently right now, when I can just wait to get paid more often and save up money to buy everything I need slowly. Like, the only thing I'm probably gonna need right now currently is probably some new clothes for work, and I got a new backpack for, like my laptop and stuff, and I might just buy me a lunchbox. Like, that sounds good enough for me. I don't need any of that shit. Yeah, it's just so fucking weird, dude.
I do.
You have a kid and a half.
Yeah, got two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
got a little
jeez,
twinkle
dude.
husband, so there's a lot to take care of.
I love it.
Why are these
What?
people so
Taking care
fucking
of 'em.
stupid?
You're not.
I like
You're
enjoy
treating
being the
them to
breadwinner.
things that you're doing. You're the
Honestly.
bread spender on vacations. Breadwinner. What bread are you earning? It's all going down the drain.
Seeing them smiles, all that, like, it's all worth it in the end. Honestly, like,
More than their future and
See, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. What, at 5 years old, that kid's not gonna probably know shit. But imagine if I'm like, hey, college? You don't need to worry about college. Here is your college fund, or at least half your college fund, or whatever. Here's your fund for college or books, or however much money. Blah blah blah. I will help you out with college because I have the money saved up since you were born, or some shit like that. That sounds a lot better than be like, hey, here's all the trips that we could have gone on. Even like in the last, like, if I didn't spend any money on them for like 10 years or something, or I just stopped spending money, like trips and stuff. You just put that into like a college fund for like 10 years, the same amount of money you would spend on trips for them. That would be a lot of fucking money saved. Like, a lot of money.
everything. Yep. Those just the temporary selfish desire.
I mean, my college wasn't paid for, so I don't.
Doesn't matter. Do you want a better life for your kids than yourself?
Of course. I
Then
do.
fuck you. My college wasn't paid for. Want a better life for my kids than myself.
Mhm.
What? What? You went up to schools both ways, uphill both ways to and from school? It's like, so
Yeah.
your kids have to do that too? I'm confused. Is the objective for them to live a better life than you? Or you want them to go through the same
No, I just don't think, like,
By the way, I'm in the U.S. and I think college should be free. Just putting that out there. I think college should be free. I might pay for if I have the money and the means, might pay for my college. I might pay for my kids' college fund or something. because I didn't have that growing up, and I would have really appreciated that. But also, like, if they don't make, if they have, a certain amount of money, they take out, like, grants and stuff. Like, I would rather them take out grant money, right, instead of loans, and then me just give them the money and they get the difference and stuff. If they want to take out loans, that's their stuff.
My college was like covered with like scholarships and financial aid.
Good
I
for
only had, like,
you.
a small amount of loans.
Okay, then I
So
don't
I'm
even
sure
care.
like they could like probably get that too.
This is Amazon and Shein and
Maybe.
Amazon, Verbo, Walmart, Shein, Walmart,
Ooh.
Verbo, Walmart, Shein, Walmart, Amazon. Definitely not all groceries. Walmart, you can't be doing that. Walmart.
What?
You, that
Man.
is not all groceries.
Ah.
Amazon, Shein, Amazon, Verbo.
Bro, these are like $100 transactions. Some of these are $100 transactions. What the fuck? I can't do that.
Amazon.
Wait, oh, and that's $162 left. They're just making monthly payments on all of those.
I wish I could see your Amazon purchases. Wait, they're online. Pull up your Amazon, because I should be able to see, right? Right?
Yeah. I would think. I don't even know. Like, what all
Well, maybe that's a problem. Why don't you budget? You are the one that has taken control.
That makes
Why would
sense.
you not sit down?
Why?
I mean,
Again.
in the budgeting app, when you download it and you get premium forever by being a guest on this show, it's literally automated. It's literally automated. You don't even have to do anything. Just set up the categories and what you want to spend on each. Let me see. This is Amazon, Walmart.
Oh, you
We're
want
talking Walmart.
You said Amazon.
I don't know.
Yeah, he did say Amazon.
Listen, I don't know. If he wants a better job to be able to contribute more to the home, I'll give him a course career certification. That's what people in the audience take. That's what I'd
I
take.
feel like all I buy is groceries.
Well,
so
let's find out.
Like, all of that is groceries.
Maybe you're probably just buying too many groceries, if so.
I've had a problem with that in the past.
How do you
Past?
have a problem with that? First off, okay, man, I understand if you're like at Costco or something, blah blah. But even me. I'm a single bachelor person, right? Single person living on my own. For the most part, right? I've in the past few years I've been moving around. But overall, like, dude, I try not to spend a lot of money on groceries. I don't spend a lot of money, and I think a lot of money is not like if I go over, I think my last grocery bill was $70, and that's if I buy. That's with me buying dog food and stuff for my pets, and yeah, but that's, and then only for me, I think it's like I don't go grocery shopping often. I have a bag of rice and a bag of beans, chicken, some fish. I don't eat a lot. I bought some pizzas, some frozen pizzas. I think that was pretty good. But overall, yeah, I don't. Oh, I bought some yogurt. Just like a couple bucks. But again, I don't like all the spending is just weird to me. Because I bought some apples a while ago, and that went away. I ate maybe like 4 of those. The rest of the bag is like bad now, or it was bad. I had to throw it away. So okay, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. These people are just fucking crazy to me. I just don't have that mentality to. Because when I start overbuying stuff, I would rather buy less food, right? I'd rather buy less, and then. Only then, if I start running out of stuff, will I go back to the store. Maybe because the store is only like, a 10-minute drive at most for me. Or I can, there's a smaller place for me to go get groceries, like, some groceries. Like, so maybe like a 15-minute walk. A walk for me. If I need to get like 1 or 2 things. Because that's sometimes, if I'm making nachos, or if I'm making chili dogs, or something like quick and stuff, That's, the store, blah, blah. I don't know, dude. And that's something, I don't know, I buy it, I eat that for like 2 or 3 meals. Like nachos, eat that for like 2 or 3 meals straight. I eat, if it's like hot dogs, chili dogs, I eat that for like 2 or 3 meals straight. Yeah, these people are just, it's okay. People some people just do not like leftovers. I think once you get to a certain financial status, either you're born into it or whatever else, you kind of start just not giving a fuck about leftovers. Because for a good minute, I think also for me, when I was living with family, I didn't really like a lot of leftovers they had. But I know if it was food that I made, I ate those leftovers. So, like, for example, I made a lot of tacos. So, if I make a lot of tacos, I'm going to eat that food pretty deep. Like, I'll make like 3 or 4 meals out of whatever meats or stuff I had. And that was usually good enough for me. Like, that's it. And I think it was insane to me. Yeah. Because in my mind, I think it's also at this point, people are like, oh, you should meal prep. And I'm like, I don't meal prep. I just make more. Is that meal prepping? It's just having leftovers? Because is that just what we do nowadays, right? You all like having leftovers has been a thing forever. So I don't know. But yeah, I guess in that sense, I meal prep because I'll make like a lot of chicken at once. I make like 3 or 4 things of chicken. Let's just say I separated it out. Because a bag of thigh highs or quarter legs is like $8, right? $8 to $10 for like a bag of them, and that usually lasts me like a week. And then you put that with a bag of rice and a couple of cans of like mixed vegetables, and boom, you got a decently healthy meal for relatively cheap. And it might be like, we're talking like total cost $15 maybe, and that will last a week or longer. It could last like a week or longer. Because I'm trying to think, I haven't really bought meat in a good while, right? It's all frozen, so I have still chicken, still have stuff. I haven't bought meat in like probably 2 weeks at this point. I could buy a whole thing of tilapia, a bag of tilapia, for about $16 to $18. And there's about, I think, 15 pieces. Okay, cool. That's, if I eat that once a day, that's about, that's 2 weeks. I eat that once a day. Some rice. I bought a 20-pound bag of rice for about $10, or I think maybe a little less. Boom, that's good. I think of beans, $5, and vegetables, which is ranges in prices and stuff like that. It's all cheap. Get some carrots, some green beans, lettuce, tomatoes. It's all cheap. I don't know. And people are like, oh, you're eating the same thing over and over again. It's like, okay. Okay, well, then I'll buy a pizza, or I'll buy, like, again, chili dogs, hot dogs. Something really cheap. I'll buy that, eat that for like 2 or 3 days. And that's might be $10 right there. Boom. I'm good. There's a good chance. There are definitely some weeks where I probably don't spend any more money on food than I did. There's probably a couple of weeks where I don't spend that much money on food. And there's sometimes where I'll just have a protein shake, and that would be my meal. And it's like not even me like fasting or something. I don't really, what is it? It's not even me intentionally fasting. It's just me doing shit, and then boom, I missed lunch or something, and then I'm eating food, and then I go to sleep. So I might wake up hungry at some point, but then I just eat, or I get busy doing something that I eat later on. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, like we have a lot of food waste because I buy too much food.
In the past.
How do you buy too much food? Okay, if you have food waste, this is the thing. I don't know. Maybe because I have been raised in this weird poor environment, right? Where I don't like food waste. I hate food waste.
I'm really
Like, I stopped buying stuff if I have food waste. I bought a whole bag of potatoes, and then I realized I only used 4 of the potatoes, and I was like, okay, I need to do something else with the potatoes. Same thing with apples and stuff like that.
trying to like not do that. No.
Yeah, did we just see how many Walmarts you affirmed? It's just Walmart ordering
I don't think any have been recently.
water bottles.
We like the fancy water.
Yeah.
You mean you like the fancy
You're poor,
water?
even though you guys make 6 figures. So, f you, I don't care. Yeah, cleaning wands.
Dude, okay, imagine being poor but making 6 figures. That's insane to me.
Just lots of seeds,
Oh yeah.
and potting mix, and
yeah.
Kool-Aid, and headphones. So, Monster energy drinks. No, it's not all necessities. Yeah, there are groceries in here, but
Yeah.
it's not fully. You know, pens and this is all within a month. It's crazy. This is not necessary. This is not necessary to life.
Yeah. I'm
Not
like,
necessary.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we eat all the food that I buy. I don't know. Like
Wait,
now we do. Like I used to buy
Well,
way more.
that doesn't mean it's good though.
No.
okay, if you
But better than
What is
eating
this?
out.
Okay, Klarna. How much is it on Klarna? Because I have StubHub, Temu. Temu, you're fucking Klarna-ing Temu.
I love Temu.
Great. I'm sure you do because you're an addictive shopper and you only are.
This is
you're
Temu.
Great, and it looks fantastic.
Thanks.
And you're only willing to spend money on things that make you happy. Again, you criticize him going and getting McDonald's once, but you go on Temu every second of your life, StubHub, vacations, all the bullshit. It's so stupid.
I buy clothes
so
for him too, though.
Yeah,
And
but
the
he's
kids.
not allowed to just go spend money on what he wants. You don't allow him. You hide how much money is left in the checking account. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What are we getting on f***ing Temu? It's this bull. It's StubHub. Concert, 0 of 6 paid.
That
What
was
is
a
owed on
concert.
Klarna? Yeah, no, it's StubHub.
Oh.
What's the balance on Klarna?
I don't even know if I have that app
Great.
downloaded anymore. Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's
I
at
don't
least
know.
$300. Your minimum monthly payment is.
I know it's not as much as a firm, so I don't really worry about
Well,
it
yeah,
as
'cause
much.
you went insane on Infirm.
Yeah, so I'm like, as long as it's not like that, I should be fine.
what?
You're not fine. Your minimum monthly payments are stacking up to a point where you can't survive. $63.52. More Temu and more Temu. What is this? Oh, it's done. Okay, good. You're lucky
Yeah.
it's done. Ashley Home Furniture. Oh, this is more car. This is cute.
It's.
You're f***ing kids.
I guess I didn't realize how bad it was.
Really? The person in charge of the finances for the house that won't let other people spend money.
Well, we're not going negative anymore, so I guess we're
Yes,
bringing
that's
enough.
when.
Last week.
I would be also giggling so happily at my disaster of a life. Okay, more Klarna, Temu, Wayfair, Temu, Wayfair, Temu. Wayfair, Temu, okay, I'm adding extra fucking. It looks like $100 to the minimum monthly payment, so $163, and it looks like you owe probably about $500 total. Stupid.
That's not too bad.
So stupid.
That's not too bad.
What is this? $31,975.93. Is this a car?
Oh,
Yes.
Like a car.
wait,
Yeah.
never mind. That's bad. I was like, 8,000 is not too bad. 8,000's doable. You could do that in honestly, a few months. Yeah, you manage your budget.
Oh, sorry. Current balance.
Oh,
Oh, you said you had a new car. $31,833 with a minimum monthly payment of I don't know. What is the minimum monthly payment?
It is $583.
Why'd you get a new fucking car?
Well, because I was going to school 2 hours away, so I needed like a
Two cars. Oh, come on! You can get a reliable car that's not $30,000 to $40,000.
Well, they
Yeah.
said the only way to get out of my negative equity was to get a brand new car.
Who said?
The dealership.
The one
guy.
dealership you went to.
Yeah, the one dealership.
The one singular dealership you went to.
They said
what
that
was your negative equity?
12,000.
Cool.
And they said no one else was gonna pay it off but them.
Nope. I may have tried to figure out a way, if your credit wasn't, which it probably is, to borrow $12,000.
Yeah. I have never been in water that deeply. Damn, dude, the fuck. I think like the only difference I had, like I think the most difference I've had like underwater has been like 5,000 at
Pay it
most.
off that way. Have that $12,000 paid off as an individual.
But also, I don't buy
then
new
go
cars,
get
so
a $10,000 car.
yeah.
With a $10,000 loan, then you would have a $22,000 loan instead of a $31,000. What is the interest rate?
So I just refinanced it last month.
Oh, they're saying you got suckered in by a fucking Facebook ad.
I did.
Oh, you're a Facebook mom. Oh my.
I
what are we
Well,
did.
they said they would pay off.
Dude, I hate the Facebook mom shit. I really hate. I hate it. I can't do it. No, fuck no. I just can't do it. I'm like this. No, I've had too many people like that in my life. I'm not. No.
And I was like, I'm in such negative equity. I need
Oh, you
somebody.
went to one of those? What's the interest rate?
So now it's 9%.
Now?
Yeah, it was 11 point something.
That's
Great. So,
so okay. So 11's bad. Okay, my interest rate is pretty fucked. But also, I bought it from place. Bad place. Also, kind of again pretty fucked in that situation. I probably should have just taken out a loan for 10,000. But also, funny thing was, it's because my car engine fucked up, and then I had a car that was, so I needed a new car. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to the place where I got my previous car from. And when I went, they were like all worse cars than mine, had around the same mileage as the car I just had. And yeah, so worse condition, about the same mileage. But they were like 2 or 3 times more expensive than when I bought my car from, like just a year and a half before that. It made no sense. And I was like, oh shit. So I need something good because I was traveling a lot, and I'm still traveling a lot. So yeah, the funny thing is, I bought a new used car. Yeah, that was only a few years old. It was still good, and the tire popped like literally, I want to say a month or so later. And I was like, well, fuck me. And the funny thing is, I got it inspected by a different dealership. That cost me some money. So I was like, oh, yeah, it was pretty bad. So yeah.
The other one, it's worse. So that's the good one.
the good one.
Wait,
That's
good
what I would
car.
What do you think it's worth? Again, $31,833.
Probably like
say. I've had
12,000.
it for a year now.
What do you think it's worth?
Well, when I looked it up the other day, it said it's only worth 20,000.
Yep, 20,000.
20? Okay.
So is the other car his car?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Yeah, I put it in
12,000.
my name because his credit wasn't good enough.
You guys aren't even married. Yeah, this is so.
It was like
That's so
don't just get
bad,
married?
dude.
Just go to the courthouse. Get this all locked up.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
See,
you
Yeah.
don't
I-
get the legal protection.
See, because I'm in this boat, right? Where I'm like, dude, just get married. Yeah, do the whole courthouse thing, and then because I think this is what my friends are doing. I think some of my friends, they got married by the courthouse. That was all good, or somebody married them. I can't remember. And then now they're gonna redo it, or yeah, with an actual like wedding, like a big wedding. Now that they're more financially stable. And that just makes more sense. Like, yeah, I have a family member that did the same thing, where they were married typically before, like they were together. I mean, they were together. They got married before by the courthouse and stuff. They eloped, and they had the wedding and stuff. Like, I think a year or two later. Like, they were already living together. They already did like everything else was like in like shared name stuff. And then I was just there for the wedding. Yeah.
Protections on death. You do not have the legal protections on divorce.
yeah, my debt to income's really bad.
Yes.
But
that doesn't answer my question. Why haven't you just gone to the courthouse?
I don't know. I guess we're scared. Maybe I don't know. We're doing everything that we do.
Scared?
I don't know. Like
No, you don't. You control him. I don't know. It's weird. You're taking out all the debt. He's not even a Why wasn't he a co-signer on it even?
he just had such bad credit. I mean, it was in like the 500s, and I didn't think he could be put on a loan. I didn't think it would work, you know. So I just put it in my name, and I'm like, you know what? When we
Why
pay
is his credit so bad?
the medical debt, and he has no
How
credit.
much in medical debt?
Right now, it's.
Did
I
he
think
get a twink enhancement surgery?
no, he was 18 and he didn't have insurance, and he went to the hospital for like a car wreck. I think nothing serious,
Why
but like
wasn't he on his parents' insurance?
his parents didn't have him on there. Yeah, and so
Why
he's
wasn't
18.
he-
He was just young and
Why
dumb.
wasn't he on his parents' insurance? Okay, to me that sounds really privileged because my parents did not have insurance. So what the fuck, dude? I had to get on like one of the Affordable Care Act insurance plans before I was like 18 or something, and I was on that for I think 2 years, and so I got a lot of stuff like worked on my teeth, my teeth checkups and stuff like that. And then when I fell out of that, I just went to I was in college, so I just went to the what do they call it, the university clinic and stuff.
And no one helped him set up like Medicaid or anything. So the bills added up. They sued him, and now he gets them garnished, basically. So I think it's 10,000 something right now. He's been paying it off for a few years. And I just got him a credit card. I put a credit card in his name so that he could start building credit.
They're telling me it's the second car you bought him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you forgot.
Oh yeah, you bought him. How do you buy 2 cars for somebody?
I'm very angry. The first car I bought him, he wrecked it, and I had just paid it off too, and he wrecked it literally the next week.
Why? Okay, listen. You also enable him now, I'm hearing, and that's on him as well. It's on him as well. He sounds like an irresponsible child. But you allow it.
I told him this is his last car. I'm not gonna get it.
What are you gonna do if your husband doesn't have a car?
I guess we'll share.
Did he beg?
No, it was like I did it out of an act of like love. Like I
Yeah.
surprised him with it.
Using you for the money?
I don't think so, because he's contributing and he has a good job.
You bought your fucking baby daddy a car too? Was this your hobby?
Yeah,
Bro,
Can I have one? What is happening?
I take my boyfriends on like trips and buy them cars. I don't know. It's like a pattern or something. I don't know. I've noticed. I know. I've noticed.
More?
I know this type. I know this type. I know this type.
No, just.
I can't do it.
I mean, just the 2 so far.
Well,
but
that's insane. 2 with one with the other that you're not even together.
no.
Haven't you even seen? Do you guys have a good relationship, you and baby dad? Oh, you bought him a fucking car. Okay.
We were together when I did that though.
Stop! You're not married. Oh, okay.
He broke up with me 2 weeks after that though. So.
What is this other car? What's his car?
So that's the.
2 weeks after the.
Yeah. It's like he actually used.
Are you
me.
sure you're not getting just used across the board?
I'm not quite sure on that one. I don't think this one I'm being used because he's, contributing and everything, but
Kind of. Sounds also like a leech. And both do to each other in different ways. This car's $29,993.24. Okay, what's the car?
the car's a Toyota Tacoma.
Monthly payment.
I've got it down to $524 now. We were
What's it worth?
I'm not sure what it's worth.
I am. What do you think?
Oh man. I'm gonna say 17,000.
17,000. That is
Wow.
correct.
Good.
It's insane negative equity in both cars. What's the interest rate?
So it was 19, and now I've got it down to.
Yeah, down from 19
Does it
to
say on there? I
what?
can't even remember.
No, it doesn't. But down from 19 to what?
It was really, really bad. I got it down, but I can't remember how much I got it down.
What the f?
I
Come
could
on,
probably
man.
look it up. Oh, now
This
that I'm,
makes no sense that you are the leader of these finances.
well,
I don't get it.
It's just the fact that I got it down. I feel like it's a step in the right direction, though, because I'm like,
I guess, but that also probably makes you feel like you made progress and you can let your foot off the gas. No?
No. I mean, I've been trying to pay a little bit extra on it, but I've just kind of not done that the last few months.
Why? You're spending uncontrollably. Why is that money not going to the debt that it's probably a bad interest rate, maybe 12-15%?
I think it's the Affirm that's getting me, and I don't really have much left over.
When did you... Then why are you still affirming?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because with the cars and the insurance, because he has an SR22, and, that makes our insurance really high, and, the car payments are, like, what's killing us, I feel like.
The engine SR22?
They're the highest payments, but I'd say it's
their engine called SR20?
Because you're spending money you literally don't have, stacking up minimum payments you can't afford.
It's 70,000 total debt's insane.
Yeah.
His interest rate looks at a 10%.
Oh, it's 10%?
I think so.
Good.
Well, how far into this is it?
Oh, I just refinanced it last month. Oh, okay. And we got it I got it 2 weeks after I got my brand new car last year.
Oh, she has a new car.
He needed a car too, so.
Yeah, needed. Expensive. Okay.
Why is this so expensive shit, dude?
Is yours or his?
It's just his. I just have like a few hundred. Mine's not bad.
This is what's being garnished? I was expecting like tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars.
They're just in collections, and so
collections are being garnished?
Yes.
Okay. So here's this medical debt. Is he on minimum payments?
Yeah, so monthly we looked at the
No, from these ones here. From these ones here.
Yeah, those are the ones that are getting garnished.
Okay, how much? Well, it's before, so we're not gonna put it in the budget because it gets hit before. But how much is it?
How much is getting garnished?
Yes.
Okay. We figured it was about $1,200 a month, and then you add child support on top of that too.
Why are you guys fucking just raw dogging? Stop.
Stop raw dogging.
He didn't do it to me.
Will he?
Maybe one day.
Is that what we want?
Yeah, we want one more.
When? Is it planned? Are you guys safe? No. Are you guys safe? Are you guys safe? Are you guys safe?
Yes, I have taken precautions. Okay. Let's just say that.
The necessary ones?
Yes.
I financially, I'll be like, are I safe? Like, SD shit. Yeah, I'm like, safe. Financially, I'm like, I don't know. Don't know yet. Like, it's that weird thing, right? It's like, I kind of want a kid, kind of don't. I'm kind of like, yeah.
Our plan is to have another kid once we get a house. That's the goal. So
You're so beyond, not even close. Like you are closer to under a bridge than a house. What are you talking about? Sometimes you're negative. You haven't been for 2 weeks. Whoa, we're celebrating.
That debt would be a mighty fine down payment on a house. At least a down payment. If not a down, yeah. Like, you could, in Indiana, you can get a house for probably double or triple that debt. Again, that would be enough. Like, I just don't. See, that's the thing. I don't get people. Because, like, in my head, right, if I got all my debt paid off, wiped off everything, the amount of money I could save, right, would be insane. It would be insane. If I took all that all those monthly minimums out, and I put that money towards just saving for a house or something, money market account or whatever, say 5 years or something. Boom, boom, boom. Have it there. I can probably get a house.
You just blow all your money. You spend 3 months of your net income on vacations and bullshit.
Well, I'm trying to get those out of the way before I have the baby, because then I won't have time to go do that.
But you won't have a baby until you get the house. I'm trying to get the vacations out of the way, but I can't get the house if I go on vacation. So what the fuck are you talking about? That's impossible then. That's impossible then.
I've given myself till 30 years old to have the next child. If I don't, we're just not going to do it.
Well, you're definitely not going to have a house by 30.
Really?
You have $100,000 in high interest bad debt. What the fuck are you talking about?
But if we get married, like, our debt to income ratio will go down, right?
Oh, so you just want to add more? We're just leveraging. Great.
It gives us like, yeah, more room.
Yeah, let's leverage up. Let's get into a situation where we own a house where we can't afford the repairs.
Yeah, that's insane of me.
So smart. So smart. This is great. What the fuck is deconies?
You mean deaconess?
Sure.
That's my place of work, which is also where his medical debts,
Oh my.
too.
So this is more medical.
Do they meet?
Must be if it says deaconess.
You don't know?
Well,
My desk
I can't
arrived
see the
already?
paper, so I'm assuming.
Oh, my desk arrived.
You would know based on the account name. Well, he owes the whole thing up front. On this one, it is.
Wait. My desk arrived. Wait. My desk arrived. Wait. That's okay. Give me a second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end stream after this video. Go get my desk because apparently it arrived. I didn't even hear it. It's just laying in my front yard. Yeah.
30519. How old is he?
I gotta go put the desk up on a thing. Or I gotta build a desk, and then I gotta move all of this stuff from this room into that room.
27.
Okay. So
Like
he's
when
been
27. She's almost 30.
doing this for.
No, when I met him, he was in and out of jobs. I mean, he, really didn't care much. He didn't have no money to his
see?
name, nothing. And those are the guys I'm attracted to. And so
Those are the guys I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to the guys that have no financial ability to say no to me.
I like.
Oh, deadbeats. Yes, that's why he got knocked
But
up.
I fixed him. Because look where he's at now. I
yeah,
mean,
look where
he's working in a
at
factory.
now.
He's got it. His life together. I mean,
Factory, yes. Life together? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I'm
he
like,
doesn't
what?
call into work like he used to. Like,
He also can't have a conversation with his wife.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Like, what do you mean?
Right. It's also hiding money from you. Real good fix up. Wow. Deacons. Again. Okay, so I'm cross off the last one. Minimum monthly payment. He just hasn't negotiated monthly payment.
yeah, I
This
think those are the
one
new ones.
is owed $4,089.94. Medical payments are not on there. He's just waiting for it to go to collections, I guess. So again, real fixed up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we just pay the garnishment, so.
No,
guys
what, you
work
can't
for each other.
save money.
Student loans. His or yours?
Oh, those are mine. And I've been deferring those since I got them. And
Oh, good.
Why?
We make $600,000, or we make over $100,000 a year.
they just don't make me pay them, and I feel like it's not hurting me that bad.
Exactly. You should be forced to pay them. You make 6 figures a year. It is fucking bullshit that you are going on a Disney cruise but not paying back your loan from the people of this country. Great.
I'm okay. I don't know if this dude is conservative or he is whatever else. I'm very confused. Yeah. Okay. Again, I think that everybody should have college free by the taxpayer expense.
Let's sell our tits
Hey.
online.
I mean, hey, if that pays off college,
Collections
sure.
for who?
But if it pays off college, how do you not know anything?
Man, I don't even know.
How are you in this much?
You don't even know if it's yours or
Debt.
his?
I don't even
The
recognize
CEO
that.
of the house.
I don't even, which is weird for me because I know all the
Yeah,
finances.
so weird.
They're all in my head. Like I know what's
All
coming
in
out.
your head?
Uh-huh, which is why this
So
conversation's
that's weird.
gone so
I don't
well.
even recognize that.
Uh-huh, yeah, you seemed completely on top of it this whole time. $458 to something. $99 to
Yeah.
something. $1,123 to something. I don't fucking know. Listen, I'm gonna send you both to therapy. Sonder mine, it's free.
I'm
Learn
actually
how
in
to
therapy.
communicate. Yeah, but you're gonna do couples therapy. Our
Yeah, it
audience
would help.
uses them.
That
You
would
get
be
3 free
helpful.
sessions, so do they.
Okay.
This is stupid. I'm pulling out the stress ball for this. Oh, good! Immediate overdraft! Overdraft! Double overdraft at the fucking top of the checking account. What are we doing, lady?
Yeah, we.
What the we doing?
Yeah, it'll charge a $27 fee each.
Good.
Yeah,
You deserve it.
it really hurt.
Because you're irresponsible and you just spend on
It
anything
really
you
hurt
want.
us. The 20.
You just fuck
I
around.
get it. I get
Sometimes
it.
I don't
So
check the
going
account.
out to eat and fucking getting some bull at the gas station,
Check the
Curb
account.
Appeal, Amazon, Uber Eats, McDonald's. Uber Eats, guacamole, going in and getting some BS, Dairy Queen, BS, Hux, BS. BS, Amazon, ATM withdrawal, $123. Who knows where that went? BS, ATM withdrawal, $68, nails and spa. Oh, BS, Apple Bill, McDonald's, Uber Eats, PayPal, Uber Eats.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
smoking?
insane.
Who's the smoker? Smoking bong for this one. Who's the fucking pinnacle of society?
Can you guess?
You?
No, I work in a hospital.
Yeah, I see a lot of fat nurses.
Well, I'm not one of those. It's him, and it just calms him down, you know? But it is an expensive habit.
Calms him down from what? From his wife, I guess.
Whatever works.
Walmart Plus, Poshmark, Venmoing out $10, DraftKings.
I tried to see if I could make
Oh
money with
my-
that. I
come
told you I try to make money in any
on.
way I can. So I was like,
Well, stop.
DraftKings
Maybe
is
just
the way
pick
to
up
make
overtime, Go to
money?
a different hospital. DraftKings, Sonic drive-through, ATM withdrawal $50. Went and got some BS, Uber Eats, BS. Salon, $115 there. Taco Bell, Sonic drive-through, guys. These she has to defer her student loan. She doesn't make enough money.
I've actually been spending a lot of my
BS, Taco
Apple
Bell,
card and then paying it off.
Cash App. Uber One, Uber Eats, Susan Bob's Pizza, Bob's, PayPal, Peacock, TV, Apple Bill, Dairy Queen, BS, something, Lozano LLC, Apple Bill, DoorDash, and that was Pizza Hut, StubHub, more StubHub, great. Cash App, this is fucking stupid. DoorDash and McDonald's, DoorDash Pass, Luxury Nails twice in the month, Crackle Barrel, Disney on Ice, for fuck's sake.
That was from my
Union,
daughter.
I don't give a Union Pier, Uber Eats, Roadhouse.
I didn't realize we ate
Uber
out
Eats.
that much.
Really? Yeah, the CEO of the finances that knows all her numbers,
Man.
which is what you literally said less than 5 minutes ago. Uber Eats, Stray Dog, Amazon, Starbucks, Raising Cane's, IHOP,
Yeah, it's pretty
Dollar
good.
Tree, getting some bull.
Dude, yeah, okay. I mean, a lot of them, yeah, it's like a lot of shit I miss. Raising Cane's. But also, I just buy Raising Cane sauce. Raising Cane sauce, and then I make my. You just put that on anything. It tastes like fucking Raising Cane's in the first place.
Getting some bull Arby's. But guys, he has to go behind her back to go get McDonald's once. Goff. Is this his Cash App? Is this his Cash App?
No, I think
Your Cash App?
yeah.
Just moving money back and forth. I don't see savings. You said there was savings. Where's the savings?
No, I sent that to show. I'm pretty sure what he sends me.
Retirement 8,000. But you have a 401k up.
That's almost like close to being. Oh,
Give me your phone.
okay. What,
Give me your phone.
what do you want to?
Just open it.
Okay. Here you go.
Subscriptions: Apple Music, Discovery Plus, Discovery fucking Plus. Come on.
I know.
iCloud Plus, Patreon, $15 a month, and I guarantee you they have less content than our YouTube membership for $10 a month. Guaranteed.
I just like these two people. I don't know, and
Wow.
yeah, I don't know.
Right.
It's worth
Dude,
it to
I
me.
don't know what to do here. Everything's worth it to you, and you have no money, and you're
I mean-
poor even though you make six figures. What a life to live. What a legacy to
I
leave.
need some happiness, or
Your
I'm
teacher,
gonna like.
shut the fuck up. Some happiness? That's what you said for everything, but you only live in happiness. Every moment of your life is dopamine.
It's nice.
Yeah, just stop.
It's either.
Miscellaneous bull itself was nearly $800. Unknown shopping, that's Amazon, Walmart, $1,200. Large purchases, $1,600. Going out to eat was almost $900. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. This is beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. Total household income, $8,800 on a monthly basis net in the current situation. Your debt payments, let's add out these guys. know why you guys have done this to yourself, but it's just because I need fun. $2,110.30 for debt payments. What's your rent?
$725. We actually got it super cheap.
You do not deserve a single thing.
Oh.
Your rent is incredible for
Yeah,
your.
we-
You don't deserve
got
a single
lucky,
thing.
yeah.
Not just lucky. Now you're f***ing it all. This is all your choice. Your rent is 8% of your net income. Net income. What about utilities and internet combined? What a joke.
So internet's 75, water's about like 110, and electric's about like 200 to 250, I'd say.
Call it 225.
Yeah.
Utilities, 410. Phone bill.
So I don't pay for my phone bill. It's like the one bill I don't pay for myself.
Mommy and daddy.
My dad,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just never taken me off. But I
Yep.
pay
You
for
guys
everything
make
else.
6 figures. Sure. Sure.
But we do pay for his phone,
How much?
$50 a month.
It's not horrible. I'd switch to helium and get that
It's
at
just straight
$15.
talk. It's just a cheap phone.
Ooh, then I would switch to helium because it probably has better coverage.
Oh,
Okay. Actually, if that case, I'm switching to helium. So $15 a month. Because
Yeah, Mint Mobile, and I pay 15. Only reason I pay 15 off for Mint Mobile is because my other line is visible, and my visible line is 25 a month. Yeah, 25 a month, and that's fine with me. I don't give a fuck about anything else about that, because dude, unlimited hotspot, like that's the big thing, unlimited hotspot. And so as long as I have that other phone with the other SIM card, I have unlimited data. Like, I don't care. And dude, when I was broke, I used to just download everything on Wi-Fi in the first place, and just take my music, like download like fucking 500 songs or something, and a couple podcasts. Go to work like that. Go to school. Go to class. That's how I used to do things. I don't need 5G internet most of the time.
he owns his phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right out. Cool. $15
Yeah.
a month. Gas from drive, both of you.
Ooh, yeah, with me doing like Spark and DoorDash and stuff.
Yeah, which is included in your income. So how much?
So I'd say monthly I'm spending probably like, I don't know, 200 or 300 in gas.
That's it. And him?
Maybe, I don't know.
And him?
His car takes a lot of gas, so I'd say probably like $400 or something.
And you said, I don't know, for yours, you said you're the one that knows all the numbers.
Well, it's just different.
Okay, car insurances
So car insurance is
for
$367.
both?
Yes.
Dude.
Okay, food,
Okay.
2
Okay. I need to get lower car insurance because
kids that are there
I-
part time.
Groceries are about like
That's kinda
$200.
high.
You're not deciding what the groceries are. You're gonna meal prep and you're doing stuff. I'm not. You're not.
kids
You
don't
say-
eat that,
I don't
though.
give a. They will starve. Except they won't, because they will eat.
kids won't eat that. The kids won't eat that. I got some news for you. I was fed beans a lot as a kid. I ate that shit. I was fed broccoli when I was a kid. Eventually, I liked broccoli. Surprisingly, I learned to like rice a lot. I started liking ramen noodles. For a fun fact about me, I didn't like ramen noodles for a good honestly, years. It took years. And lo and behold, the best way to like it is if it's spicy, one, and if the water is boiled before you put it in, something else. It's just find the right type of ramen. And they're usually all cheap. They're usually, the cheap ones are 50 cents or whatever, 20 cents. I don't like those. The ones that are the Shin flavor ones, those are the best. I like those a lot. So just put that in there, get a bowl. Boom, I got ramen, and it's usually less than $1. Lots of sodium, but I mean, you eat two bowls of ramen a day. You can lose weight. You're not going to be the healthiest, but you're going to be able to lose weight, and then also, put some beans or whatever, or get some chicken in your diet or some protein shakes or whatever, and boom, you could be healthy, or at least work out a little bit. Boom, you'll be fine.
Stop spoiling them.
At this point, I'm just happy if they eat,
$1,000 a month. TP fund, anything else you need to survive, including things for the kids. If you can fit fun in there, you can, but it's $250. Medical health care on a monthly basis, besides those medical bills, anything.
Just what comes out of my paycheck for my
Okay,
health
no
insurance.
copays or anything
I
on
usually
a monthly
just
basis?
no.
Okay. Jim,
No.
do you have pets?
Yeah, we have a cat.
Age and health?
I don't know her age, but she's in good health, I think. She's a good cat.
Then you probably can't get pet insurance if you don't know her age.
No.
Cat food
Yeah, I buy about like a bag
How
a
much?
week. Like $5.
per week?
Yeah.
$20.
We don't buy her the bougie stuff or anything.
Yeah, I'm not responsible. Okay, anything else that needs to be in your budget?
Oh man. I don't think so. Just the bills and the debt and the affirm and
So fucking stupid. It's because you just spoil yourself and you feel like you're entitled to it and you justify it with every single thing. You need $5,597 on a monthly basis to live. I'll round that up. We'll do $402.07 of fun. And that means your budget is $6,000 on a monthly basis, giving you an extra $2,800 off. What a stupid situation. What a stupid
how did
situation.
we go through 2,000 then?
Yeah, because you just spoil yourself relentlessly, but you do have $98,000 of bad debt. Stupid. 35 months. Just under 3 years. 6 months to get a fully funded emergency fund after that. This is the easiest dumb thing. You just choose not to because you feel like you deserve it.
See,
You're entitled
that's what I'm
to
saying.
spoiled.
So like 3 years, right? Like 3 years, a little over 3 to 4 years. You know, between 3 to 5. Usually, people fix things in like 3 to 5 years if they have, you know, a certain income. But as long as they don't put themselves in their homes, are fucking dead. Like again, the sacrifice you can make in 3 or 4 years and have the money saved up for your fucking kids' fund, you should be good. If you like, here's my thing, right? I am thinking currently right now, right? That once I pay off all my debt right now, even in that little sliver of my mind, I'm currently thinking, okay, cool, I want kids at some point, right? Kids are gonna be expensive. I already know that. Should have income to support that. But also, here's the thing. I'm also thinking, cool, if I'm already thinking about having kids, I'm thinking about the college fund. So I should probably save some money aside somewhere and put that for their fucking college fund. I know, strange, crazy, I know. So I might do that.
And then you won't even talk to them about money and good luck having a future. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. Nothing enrages me more, like actually makes me defeated, than someone that is very clearly able to get out of debt if they literally just did the bare minimum, because I gave you a lot for having fun on a monthly basis that other people do not get. And you can pay this off in under 3 years. That is a blessing compared to most people. Fuck off. Spending a budget, technically slightly spent under what you made. It wasn't very good though, and the money wasn't going to the right places. 2 out of 10. Debt, there's collections, 0 out of 10. Emergency fund, I didn't see savings. You said there was savings, 0 out of 10. Retirement, there's a bit of retirement, definitely behind for our age, but there's about 5 out of 10. Well, actually, if we're taking it for the full household though, I'm gonna do 3 out of 10. Real estate, not there yet, 0 out of 10.
March was a good month.
Yeah, a good month to probably make your situation worse. Hammer financial score, 1 out of 10. Guys, join us in the post show. You know, we got the best YouTube membership on the platform. The platform has told us that themselves. So go ahead.
Cool, guys. All right. Awesome. Let's see who is streaming right now, actually. Because right now, let's see. Who is live? Right now. Let's do the Vtuber tag. Vtuber tag. Let's see. Let's see if I can.